That's the last live you
have. Yeah. Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne Williams with Back to Earth Creations, and in today's video, we're getting some work done prepping for Kansas City Comic-Con. That is our next event that we will be attending and vending. Hey Randy Vaughn, his first. Y'all are hilarious. But no, and it's freezing today, you guys. Hey everybody, hey Tanya, hey Nancy, hey Manny. Oh, Randy's tripping. We're still straight tripping. Hey Mary, hey Christy, and we might actually be joined by somebody my camera on straight. We might be joined by some of the other creators who will be at Kansas City Comic-Con. So we will see. Well, via chat. They won't be here in my house because my house is a mess. I don't let other humans in here typically. Hey Linda. Oh, Nancy says I've made so much thanks to you. Oh, hey Sandy. Hey Fern. Hey Nina. Skippity hopping in a yodel. So, hey Jenny. Gosh, y'all, so many comments already. Okay. Hey Brian. Yeah, I know. I'm so late. I was like, yeah, no later than 2 o'clock. I'll be on live streaming. And then here it is. It's 3:15 in the afternoon. Right on. Well, we had a whole bunch of them come in, Mikio. So, what's going on with Kansas City Comic-Con is it's in Kansas City. I know. And what weekend is it on? Let me check the dates really quick because I want to be sure to let you guys know. It is November 10th through 12th. We will be at Kansas City. Hey, Ishak. Hey, Brooke. Yeah, November 10th through 12th. I think I said September. Oops. But Randy and I and a whole bunch of other instructors and cosplayer. I know Bruce Holt. Bless you.
Okay. My obligations are done.
Thank you, love. Okay, blessed lifeblood. Hey Amanda, hey Michelle. I'm doing really good. But we're all going to be leading this like Amazonian / gladiator costume build. Most of it's going to be in foam, but I'm going to be leading the part where we make the belt, and out of leather. Just very, very basic introduction to leatherworking. Like, there's not going to be any... I know, he's the best, Carol. Carol says, what a sweetheart. Bring you coffee. That's what Becky does for me. Again, good morning, sunshine. Nice talking to you last night. Hey, Carol. It was really great. That was a great note to end our evening on last night. Hey, Gigi. Yep, live stream. Oh, it's caramel macchiato creamer with frou-frou whipped cream topping. And just regular, like, medium roast. Hey, Lara. Oh, what's Lara say? Too cool. Those costumes look awesome. Well, thank you. How's moving going? Yeah, you can text me later about moving. I did a great look, but with face paint, you can find it on my YouTube channel and a great troll for Comic-Con. Right on. I'll check that out when we're not live streaming, Nancy. I need someone to bring me tea, right? This is how lazy I am. It's like maybe 10, 15 yards to the coffee pot in the kitchen. And I was like, I really need to put a coffee pot, like, on my workstation. And it's like, no, I don't. I mean, yeah, but free coffee has its time. Yeah, puppy. Oh, Z, stop licking your butt. Like, seriously, bro. Gosh, I'm so professional as my dog licks his asshole. Don't.
Give me some coffee.
I actually had a really late start this morning because I spent about 30 minutes hiding under the covers from these dogs because, like, let me see if I can get him to do it. But he goes crazy.
He's like, I just want the coffee.
He's like, give me your coffee, Human. Yeah, he doesn't want to do it on camera. But whenever we're on the bed, I'll put the blanket over his head and he goes and, like, throws his head underneath it and everything. Oh, we have a Keurig. We use the reusable little thingy, but I'm the only one in the house who drinks coffee. Hey, Melissa. Oh, he's a good boy. But I'm going to get my button under me, and then we're going to get started. He is a cutie pie. He's a jerk, though, aren't you?
He's a jerky pie.
Yeah, he truly does just love me for my coffee. Back up. That's my coffee. So we're gonna be moving farther over that way, but I wanted to spend like the first 10 minutes of the stream doing some Q&A. So I did want to let everybody know that all of the quartz crystals that we had posted to our Etsy, what day was it?
Yesterday?
What day is today?
Today is Tuesday. Are you talking about Sunday?
It was Sunday that we posted it.
Yeah, you posted
I think.
it on Sunday.
I posted the video on Sunday. Within 6 hours, all of them had sold. Every single one. So a lot of folks, thanks Baker. It's just Goodwill, a nice long sweater. But a lot of folks today are sending me messages being like, you never posted it up on Etsy. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, but they're all gone. So that was record breaking. That has never happened before. And so I'm going to have to get a whole bunch of other stuff made. Tomorrow's video. Hey, Mary asks, how can I send you a picture of my dragon eye? You can post it to Instagram and tag me, or you can send it to me on Facebook. If you type !face, is that what it is, Randy?
Yeah, I think so.
Then it'll pop up a link in the comments on my Facebook. But we got a whole bunch of these guys made. So this is tomorrow's tutorial. Oh, I still need to record the voiceover and everything for that.
Yeah.
Ugh, so much work. Excited face. I don't know. Melissa's trying. Amanda says, Yvonne, watch the South Park game on Randy Vaughn. How fun. Didn't watch part 4 yet. Oh, it's something.
It starts at part 5.
Part 5, it gets really graphic and vulgar. Randy's still a gentleman through the whole thing, but no, so
Am I?
for the most part, comparatively. But yeah, we did oops, spilling coffee everywhere. Don't waste it. Okay, so do y'all have any questions or anything before we get started? We are going to be focusing a little bit on very basic introduction leatherworking. And I'm also kind of using you guys as guinea pigs for questions that might come up whenever we're teaching the panel. Because it's a 3-day build, you guys. Friday is going to be a Q&A and a demonstration. Saturday is hands-on all day building your own costume. It's $30 per attendee. And if you check out the Kansas City Comic-Con Facebook page, what was that noise? There's someone at our house. Go away, humans.
Fall out your chair.
I am gonna fall out my chair. Anna says, so where in Kansas City Comic-Con? I'd like to come meet you. It's in the convention center there. If you search their website, again, I don't have it pulled up right now, but if you just Google Kansas City Comic-Con, it's November 10th through 12th. We're there. We're going to have tables selling our wares. We're going to be teaching this Amazon workshop and stuff. Hopefully if I can make my way back to the booth, I'll also be doing henna body art and stuff, but we'll see how that goes. I'm checking my charge before I move the phone.
You're going to need to plug it in.
Okay, I see that. Still messing. Christy asks, where do you get your clay from? Honest to goodness, more often than not, I get it from Hobby Lobby whenever they're having their sales, but otherwise I get it in bulk on Amazon. And most of the time whenever I'm doing a tutorial, I'll post a link down in the video description to where I specifically bought that thing, or if it's something that I bought years ago and they don't have for sale anymore, I'll post the closest thing that's comparable to what I had gotten. So sometimes it's the same wire type and gauge, but not the same color, if that makes sense. Dunes? What are you talking about, Andy? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Love the face paints. I'm really glad you like those, Rhea. I'm having so much fun with all the different face painting and stuff, and that it's just come to my attention, actually, that I'm going to be having an air compressor and an airbrush in my very near future, which is super exciting because I hate painting base layers of face paint. All other things aside, I'll hand dye my leather, I'll hand paint my foam. I hate having to do all the face paint. So I want to be able to just like spray. Hey, Betsy. Hey, I found an image of your donut pendant. It's on your Facebook with a statement of you saying you were going to do a tutorial in the upcoming weeks. Hint, hint. Oh, Heather. Future Vaughn is horribly unreliable. I will do my best to do that, though, because I've had a lot of requests for our donut tutorials on the different wire wrapping styles and stuff. So I'll get on that, Heather. Thank you for the gentle yet firm reminder. Hey, Brandy. Does it smell while baking? It gets a little bit, if it starts to burn, it can get a little bit of a chemical smell to it. My house is so drafty, I don't worry so much about, like fumes, because it's like, just open, you know, a window or something. But, you know, I also, try to do, like, if I'm going to be baking for a long time, sometimes I'll do it at like 265 or 270 as opposed to 275. Hey, Izzy. Randy Yvonne, have you ever played Hex Card Clash? We haven't, Amanda. The Egyptian cats, are you soon a scene for them? Still not sure what you're talking about, Andy. Or do you mean like, oh, this, well, they're little, not all of them are necessarily Egyptian looking. This one's actually kind of steampunk because it's actually watch parts for its face, but it glows in the dark. I really like this one. Yeah, what's up, Jala? Is the Chainmail Guy Chainmail Joe on Amazon? Yes. Well, thanks, Fern. And I wanted to ask you guys' opinion about these. Do you think we should make them into jewelry and then sell the made jewelry? Or do you think I should just sell them as is on our Etsy for y'all to make into your own jewelry? Survey says drill holes. I just use my Dremel with a fine bit brass tip. Sell as is, says Mikio. Yes, jewelry. Oh, well, thank you. Etsy, please. Magnets. Ooh, because I'm thinking, I might keep one and do something with it to do a tutorial for you guys and then have the rest of them up for sale. That way y'all can make whatever you want out of them. Whiskers. Hair barrettes, right on. Okay, so I think that might be what we end up doing then. But I just wanted to get y'all's opinion because we've got so much stuff. I'm trying to finish this guy. You can see he's a mess. All of his wires everywhere. But this is one of the eyes that I'm doing as a custom piece for one of my Etsy sales. A client wanted... Why do you either or do both? Sell some individuals, others make into jewelry. I'll probably put it up as a poll on my Patreon that you don't have to be a patron to vote on. You just have to have a Patreon account. And you can go and vote for which ones you want me to sell as is and which ones you want me to make into jewelry. And then we'll do like a split, if that makes sense. Oh, I'm always asking something, Train. Brooches would work really well. Hey, Tatiana. I'm really glad you like the dragon eyes. Okay, so I'm going to have to set up the tripod over there and get started working on the leather belts. So, it's always good to craft with you guys. Today, we are making leather gladiator / Amazonian style belts that I'm making the piece that's going to be sent as to the convention to be used as like the prototype like display piece. But then I'm also going to be cutting out, I need to make enough for 50 people because there's only 50 slots for this class. So if you guys want to travel out to the area or are already in the area, you can go, if you want to go and like sign up as quick as you can to fill those slots, because once we hit 50 we're not going to be able to take on any more new people. Amanda says, Yvonne, with your last face paint pics, would you do something with your dragon eye and or gems? Yes, and I'm trying to figure out how to, I want to cast a latex prosthetic to set a dragon eye on my face, but have like a latex eyelid around it. And then I want to get like contacts to make it at least the same color scheme. And oh, it's going to be cool. So that's not today. Drinking the coffee. Checking the time. Everything's going pretty good. Okay. So now, let's see if we can. I'm going to have to unplug it. We shouldn't. Hey, Aya. Stargate Dragon. That'd be so cool. So, I'm really loving the new way that we've set up the craft room. But, not in the brows, please, Vaughn. Yes, I have a latex and brow phobia. If I do that, I'm definitely going to be I'm going to do the glue stick in the brows thing forevermore. I'll be back over to grab it, Mary, in just a sec. Ideally. I'm just getting the tripod shifted around. Don't forget your coffee. Y'all are so sweet to remind me. Okay. So, hey, Anne. Getting this kind of set up. Sorry, you'd think I'd do this stuff like before starting the live stream, but no. I made some polymer clay crystals the other day after watching your tutorial. Right on. It falls in full effect here, rain and wind all day. It is super windy. We actually had to go through and clean out all the vents, and we got our heater going today. The dog fur is free. But no, I still have my tie-dye on. I just have this long like sweater dress that I found at Goodwill for like $3 over it. But this is an example. This is one that I made that's still kind of smells so good. Wrinkly from being crammed into the tote. But this is a really waxy like garment leather. Oh, Mikio says it's boiling hot in California. Honestly, I'll take the cold weather over it being super hot because there's no loud air conditioners or anything. Now, the heater is going to start going and it's going to be kind of loud. But this is an example of what the belt's going to be like. Because on female form, I really like this kind of shaping. But on the gentleman's belt, it's going to be kind of straight across. Goodwill has bed bugs. Well, that's why you wash it first. First time I bought latex, I took a smell. No more than the nose hair been up for the... What are you even saying right now? I just bought a lathe and want tips. Andy, I've never used a lathe before, so I don't have too much to tell you, but I'm sure somebody on YouTube is going to have good videos for you. Did you include extra furs with the pendant I just got from your Etsy? Probably. We can if you want. I can just send you. I'll just tape the dog first. Well, on some of them, and that's whenever you're drawing up the tutorials, you can, or from the tutorial that I'll be doing for this, you can totally, sorry, Penny. Oh, I haven't been able to go through and answer all of the messages yet from that video. But you can definitely tailor that to a sharper V. But it sits really well front or back on a variety of figures. So you can always tailor your own to be more specifically what you're looking for. Okay, crap. I got all this stuff in the way. But yeah, so that's the idea. I did on some places. One of my points had a bunch of texture at the bottom, so I didn't have to. Okay. Yeah, because that's, I had some questions about whether or not you always have to use the liquid, Renette says, did you lose weight lately? It looks good. Maybe. I haven't been weighing myself, but I have been sticking to a meal plan, and we've been, like, going on, it's like 1.9, so, like, almost a 2-mile walk almost every day. Now, the leathers, Mikio asks, will the leather soften up or be stiff? It depends on the leather that you use, because this vegetable tanned leather here is very, it's very stiff in nature. I used, on a side of, we're pretending I'm a cow real quick. The hide that comes from this part, like down the spine of the back of the cow, is going to be very, very stiff. And then as it comes around to like the belly side of the cow, that hide is going to have a lot of stretch and kind of grain to it. So whenever I make belts, I try to use that shoulder area. And that way it's not going to stretch and distort and stuff as much as a different part of the cowhide would. Because like whenever you think about it, like that's where the skin expands and contracts as the animal's breathing. That's, you know, through any pregnancies and stuff like that. Just like the belly skin is way more flexible and a little thinner and more supple than the, you know, the heavy shoulders of the cow. So that's what this leather is, and it's vegetable tanned. So you could tool this to do all the different designs and textures. But then this leather here is actually, it's what you would use for boots. So it's oil tanned, I believe. I got this from a friend, so I don't know perfectly for certain. Bruce, if you're in here, is this oil tanned that you gave me for making these belts out of? So, but it's something that it repels water. Now you're not, hey Necroptics, oh, thank you so much for your donation. That's awesome, thank you. Yeah, Randy actually has pants on, and he's wearing long sleeves, and our heater is on. So it is pretty chilly today. It was like 54 in the house. Amanda says, Yvonne, what about adding stretch fabric to the leather? Do you mean like kind of in between it in sections? You could do that. Mikio asks, is leather priced differently depending where it came off the cow? Yeah, but it's more factors than that. The thickness of the leather, like a thinner leather is typically more affordable than a thicker level. Thinner is cheaper than thicker. Well, more affordable. Cheap implies a lessened quality. The price point is lower for a thinner leather. Can you weave or crochet leather? You can. You can get like lacing. They have leather cord and all kinds of stuff. I love doing macrame out of leather cord. It's so, I don't know, completely different effect than using like hemp and stuff. But also you could sometimes, an exception to the rule of thinner being less expensive, is if you get a higher quality leather, because that's European hides. They don't have barbed wire over there, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is what my friend at Tandy Leather told me, but it's like, he's like, they don't do barbed wire fences, and they also don't do the hot iron branding. So if you get a hide that has scars and bites and brands and stuff on it, it's going to cost way less than something that's going to be very smooth and nice and perfect with like no scarring or milling or anything like that. So it's, I don't know, but in general, you know, the belly pieces tend to sometimes be more affordable than like say a double shoulder. But I don't know, these are really good questions though, guys. For the leather lace, I always get Greek leather only. Right on. Hey River, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. We're gonna make these today. I need to make one of these in a color scheme that matches what the rest of one of my friends made for the stuff. Mikio asks, have you worked in suede? I've sewn with it a bit, and I really like the way it looks for like supple parts of pouches and stuff. And stuff. Do you mean sew it, Andy? For like leather patchwork? Again, it depends. What is the beeping noise? I hear a crunching. What are you eating, doggy? Whatever he was eating, it's gone. But I don't hear any beeping. It's my phone? I don't hear any beeping. The beeping was the phone?
No idea.
My phone's beeping? Let me check my volume. Oh, it's a low beeping? I think, oh, it's on vibrate. Sorry, I muted it. Oh, thank you. It sounds like a text. Hey everyone, speaking of crochet, do you ever crochet or knit on? I'm working on a crochet Twi'lek cap. Oh, that's cool. I do, but it's definitely one of my winter pastimes because it's so time consuming. I have huge respect for people who do textile arts like that, because it's like, oh my god, just making a scarf is like, you're like, well, not years, some it could be years if you're like me and slow, but it's just weeks for a scarf. Even it can be. I saw Casey in the title, so I had to see what was up in Kansas. Well, hey Damon, the Kansas City Comic-Con is coming up in November 10th through 12th, and Randy's head is naked because we gave him a haircut. He's what? Do you want your hat, honey? That way people can't see your naked head. Put clothes on that.
Is that better for you?
Yeah, that's better. Even tried to knit a blanket. Took forever and ended up being a shawl. Right on. You're right, Vaughn. It takes me a year to crochet a bedspread. Yikes. Yeah. Well, it's like shearing a sheep giving him a haircut.
Really is.
Andy says, I think your work is very intricate and you do more details on the leather, like studs punching. Right on. And that's, you know, I need to go ahead and start putting some of this stuff away so I can free up some of my table space. But did you guys see that gore makeup that I did on my friend? I shaved the dogs yesterday too. You should put Randy in drag. No, it upsets him when I say this, but Randy does not make a pretty woman. He is not girl pretty at all. He's a very handsome gentleman. He is just, he's a dude. Like, he's over there going, I want to be girl pretty. But no, he's too hairy. That it's like, because we could shave him completely, like, on his face and, like, put foundation on, and, like, 30 minutes later, it's like the stubble's just, like, yeah.
The stubble is real.
Oh, right on. Necropic says, I think I paid $40 for my leather. It's 2 foot by 3 foot, 2 millimeters thick, veg tanned, medium weight. Right on. And that sounds like a pretty reasonable price point. And that 2 millimeter thick, I would use that for the outsides of, it's kind of thick for an outside of a wallet maybe, but that's the thickness that I used for my binder cover. Hey, Samantha. Sorry, I'm talking so much. My coffee. Okay, I'll be right back. No grow light needed. Randy is a pirate with those fluffy shirts and leather vest. That would be cool. Maybe William can help them out. Maybe. Nothing wrong with being a manly man or a womanly man or a manly woman or whatever the hell you want to be. Right? I agree with that 100%. Yeah, that's what I bought it for. It's a custom portfolio binder for my girlfriend for Christmas. Excellent. Super cool. Okay, coffee. That's why I've never in my life finished a hot cup of coffee. I always forget about it. But yeah, I was doing a bunch of like gore and FX makeup. Kiki said, hi all, when did this start? I just got home. We've been going for about 30 minutes. When you guys go live while I'm silversmithing, makes me feel even more crafty. I feel like I'm hanging out too. Well, we are hanging out, Jessica. We're all crafting together. Black Canary says, life is strange. These are the bestest slippers. I love them. Where do I buy white leather or other color? A lot of the time, so if you're getting colored leather, it's more often than not garment leather. Tandy leather is a really good place to get some. I really like Springfield leather here in Springfield, Missouri. They have an excellent selection. But more often than not, whenever you purchase vegetable tanned, it doesn't have a finish on it. Excuse me. Again. I'm just... Oh, Penny says, you have no idea how relieved I am to see you on live today. Well, right on. I'm glad you're relieved. I hope everything's okay. River says, how long are you going to be live? I'm going to be live until about 6:30. And my time, it's 3:42 at the time of recording. So, like...
A little while longer.
Yeah, like, almost 3 hours. Mother made a leather macrame keychain for my dad years and years ago. Hey, Cassie! Okay, guys, Cassie and Steve Rapsodia, they're going to be teaching the bracers, right? And that way, you know, because it's like, I'm not going to I can't teach a whole thing entirely by myself. Like, not for this convention, at least, not for 50 people. So they've got different people on the headdress. They've got Bruce Holt on the breastplate. They've got Rapsodia cosplay on the bracers. All kinds of stuff. Oh, well, thank you, Kiki. Kiki says, I posted your video in my group. Okay. Sorry, trying to catch up on stuff. Okay. And again, I still haven't crafted anything. This is why I'm so, like, I love talking to you guys, though. Gotta water this plant. Okay, make sure that doesn't leak everywhere. But yeah, I gotta put away all the FX makeup. Andy, if you want to send a picture of your work, you can tag me on Instagram if you have an Instagram that you upload to. And you can also post them onto my Facebook. If you type !face, yeah, Melissa's got it. Then it'll post to you can share it to my Facebook wall. Otherwise, I'm not really sure. You can email it to me if you don't want anybody else to see it. But no unsolicited duck pics. I'm just saying. Like, I'm fresh full of those. Though, honestly, if you guys wanted to send me pictures of ducks, that would make me so happy. Like, I love ducks. Like, ducks. Like, not what it sounds like. What about unsolicited rubber duck pics? I'll take it. Sorry, I'm just a dork, you guys. I don't even know where these cotton balls go. I guess they're gonna go here.
They do go out on the front porch.
Well, they don't go on the front porch is the problem. Oh, I need to plug the phone in, okay.
Is that what everyone was like? Back there, over there.
Oh, I don't know. Sam has melted onto the floor like a Sam skin rug. Okay, Vaughn, have you seen that comedy skit of the guy who moves in with a group of people and has fun with rubber ducks? Yes! Aw, Cassie, you're too sweet. I forgot to share on my Facebook on your page. I was going to do it last time, but I watched till the live ended, and by then I forgot it. Right on. And that's I follow your page, Nina, on Facebook. Every time I see a female making duck lips in a picture, I want to reach to the screen and pull her bottom lip over her head.
Goodness.
I'm not good at duck facing, you guys. Like I need Pringles to properly duck face.
Man, that sucks. We were doing so well.
What kind of leather do you recommend for a leather-bound book that's able to have designs but is still a bit stretchy? It gets complicated with the stretchy part because to be able to have the design tooled into it, because you can emboss suede and you can emboss like garment leathers and stuff. But for actually tooling and texturing the way that we do on the leather binder cover that I did on here and our Wonder Woman bracers and stuff, you would use a vegetable tanned. Oh, and it's actually a wool bowler hat. It's from Blonde Swan. Like they do all sorts of kinds of hats, so it keeps his head pretty warm without irritating his hair. Because that's beanies. His hair is kind of like Velcro. Like everything sticks to it, so the beanies will actually like kind of tug and stuff on his hair.
That sucks so bad.
What happened?
We were dominating them, and then 2 people dropped out.
Oh no. Can I ask you to do me a big favor?
What?
Can you moderate for a little bit so I can work and still have questions read to me? Please? Later today I'll play Smite with you. You know you'll win. Holy crap. I'm so sorry, everybody. Is it still recording? Okay, yeah, there it is. Rotate device. Okay. Hey, I just, got to test gravity. The S Pen broke and popped out the butt. Oh no. Randy, I didn't break your phone. It's okay. Okay, sorry. Hey guys, sorry. I'm just a professional, is all. There's filters on this? What? I didn't know you could filter. Hey guys, guess what? Okay, I'm done. There we go. Sorry. How do I make that go away? Okay, there we go. I know, right? Learn something new every day. Gravity still works. I tripped with my silly house shoes on the tripod. I still have those 10 drawers as well and still sold it. Right on. Gotta go get great. Okay. Hey, Daniel. Okay. Don't fall, phone. But yeah, if you could holler questions at me. And just read everything that everybody says.
It's alive.
What's alive?
I don't know. You told me to read.
Oh, okay.
Dang, I need to change this to me. This is not how. Feel better, Izzy. Take care, Izzy. Sad flower.
Bye, Izzy.
More information from our website at www.
Okay, you don't have to read everything.
Well, that's what you said.
Don't read the Nightbot. I just bonked myself in the head with the easel. Why is life so hard?
You gonna make me odd job?
Penny says, yeah, you could be a good odd job. I think you could be. Duck, duck, gray duck instead of duck, duck, goose. What is everyone else raised with? I was duck, duck, goose over here.
Who's gray goose? Grey duck.
I thought Grey Goose was alcohol.
That is. That's Sam dog. Sam dog. Fine. You don't want to be in my lap. I want you to be in my lap anyway. Oh,
I need to get one of those brush cleaners because all this grease paint in my brushes is killing me.
Oh gosh, you're heavy. Why are you heavy? What is Nightbot?
Nightbot is it's something for things. Messages. That's Nightbot. No, it's a thing that we put in links, and I've set a timer, so every so frequently it says, "Hey, go here," for like our Facebook and our Instagram.
Do a cosplay with them that has to do with Overwatch.
That'd be cool. Though honestly, Cassie, I've never played Overwatch. I'm a really bad person. Yeah, it's a troll filter, but we actually have the troll setting down super low. That way everybody can type, and you can use as much emojis as you want. What's this about Minnesota? Can we have a tutorial, please? I need guidance on how to forge a weapon fit for a king of medieval proportions. Right on. I'm actually working on some mail armor for at least Randy's size. I don't think he's quite medieval proportions, but he's definitely barrel-chested. I resemble that more.
You look dapper as...
Oh! You guys! Can you see Sam Dog?
He's one dapper dog.
I have to unplug this so that y'all can come see my dog. He's completely unamused.
Yes.
Sam. Poor dog. That's his lot in life. He just wears hats and sits there grunting. No, I don't know if y'all could hear him, but he's sitting there going, like, just grunting like he's being squeezed because he hates his life. Because we're horrible to him. No, Sam thinks he's a poor dog. But, what I did is I took... this isn't even the right tank top.
Did you plug it back in?
Yeah, I did. This is just some tank top sitting on the table.
Hey!
It's your tank top. Actually, no, I think it was the one that Lauren was wearing.
Don't blame that on me.
Lauren, you're getting Randy in trouble. Well, this is the foam piece. I was making it out of foam first and then leather, but...
You work with polymer clay. And
I
if
do work with polymer
do you have
clay.
any advice on which brand is best and how to keep it from sticking to everything?
Cold polymer clay is less likely to stick to stuff than warm polymer clay. So if you're having problems with it being super sticky, pop it into the fridge or the freezer for a bit. This was, you can see I drew out the design on Randy. Super rough, but just on one of his wife beaters because it gives him tons of room to move his arm. So I will be doing a tutorial on how to draft your own patterns for mail armor. As far as polymer clay goes, I use almost exclusively Primo Sculpey and the effects and stuff. Like, I really like Sculpey. They're a good... Mikio says, why do they call those wife beaters? Well, in the neighborhoods that Randy and I grew up in, very rural redneck, America, typically the guys who would walk around, wearing those shirts, people would be like, it's a wife beater, because it's, like, in movies, the guy's usually, wearing it and, like, beating his wife. Like, that's horrible. Do what?
It's a stereotyping thing.
Yeah, Cassie, please, shamelessly pimp out your Facebook and Instagram. And also, y'all, if you guys like cosplay stuff, go subscribe over at Repsodia Cosplay. Boop, boop, boop.
It's awful.
Yeah, it is pretty horrible. But it's said kind of tongue-in-cheek, Okay, keep reading stuff to me, Randy. I gotta keep working.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, make America Native American again.
Right. I blocked that person because I think they were trying to start a fight.
You didn't block Melissa.
No, I didn't, but it's in who she was replying to.
Cat good, kiss night, kiss, wink, wink.
That's weird.
Wink.
Is that spam?
I don't know. Just imagine the stereotype of typical white trash male. Beer and smokes in hand.
I don't, and I can't even
The
say that.
shirts.
I can't even say. I was gonna tell them the joke about mullet fever, but I can't. I can't. Remember, because they have like really racist slang for.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but. Okay, the name Sugar Bear comes to mind. How's the kitten?
What?
The porch kitten is alive and well. She's just hanging out at her house, 3 houses down. I was legit gonna kidnap the neighbor's cat again. But they really need to feed their cats more. So I think I'm gonna like sneak over there and like just be like, here's some tuna, kitty. Lauren's doing great. She's not been live streaming as much, and so I've missed her, but we came and visited. We went down to see her in Bentonville Sunday and hung out, and we helped her draft a pattern for her breastplate for her. Is it top secret, or can I tell people?
I don't know.
What's the character name? Lux?
Yeah.
For her Lux character
Well, I
from
guess
League
it's
of
not top
Legends.
secret now.
It's not top secret now. Sorry, Lauren. Asmith is doing really well. He has a new car that is not on fire. Knock on wood. And he's going to be moving in with us the end of November. So I'm super excited for him to clean up after me. Oh, no. I really like Asmith's stuff. So he didn't get the new one at a fire sale? No, he did not. I see what you did there, though. I gotta keep clean. I gotta get started on this leather stuff because we've got 2 weeks for me to cut out, stuff for like 50 people. Which reminds me, guys, go sign up, or at least go and follow the Kansas City Comic Con Facebook page because there's gonna be a lot of interesting developments, I think, as that kind of comes and goes.
Okay, Penny.
What'd she say?
I'll just be over here slapping my own self.
What? Well, I guess somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's bloody fancy shoes.
Thank you. I like my fancy shoes too. They're nice and warm.
Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City?
It's in
Missouri?
Kansas City, Missouri. No, right. Okay, for her fire sale comment. Nina says, no, never feed cats that have home. I have special diet feed for my cats due to urine stones. One of them has 2 operations. Second one is because others feed him. That says he is too fat. I don't know. Normally, Nina, I would completely agree with you, except for their flea-covered, bony, scrawny little kittens. And it's like... So... I don't know. It's whenever I see a cat that's like clearly underfed, I'm like, I can't not feed it. Like, does that make sense? So, and I just worry because we're on such a busy street that like if a cat's just like hanging out all the time. You mentioned Bentonville. Is that Bentonville, Arkansas? I'm in flippin' Arkansas. It is Bentonville, Arkansas. It's where we go to hang out. Tell my kids at bedtime to smack their... Do what? Yeah, we're going to be going down to see Thor in a theater that has the chairs lean back. Arkansas is pretty cool. I like Arkansas. It gets a bad rep, but it's beautiful.
Arkansas is dump bomb.
Dump bomb. Super cool. I'll give some kittens, Vaughn. I can't have any kittens. Randy's not going to let me, and Asmith is bringing 2 cats and a dog with him. So, yay for being allergic to animals.
Yes.
Which has never stopped me before, but... It has also never encouraged me to, like, actually clean my house either, so... Mikio already saw Thor.
Wow.
The new one? The Ragnarok. Gosh, I really need to come to the USA one day. It's a lot of fun. Something to keep in mind, Rhea, is people are people wherever you go. So a lot of different places can get bad reps for certain things, and it's like, we're all just people. Like, so there's going to be... rude, obnoxious jerks. There's also going to be people who will brighten your day. So that's something that I try to always keep in mind. Oh, I'm putting them on backwards. Because for as much as we've traveled, even just state to state, people will be like, oh yeah, those people. And it's like, nope, they're basically just like you guys, only nicer. No. Eggs of Destiny. Aw, Sam, you're so sweet.
Those eggs of destiny.
I don't know. True that we have to have fries and gravy. Poutine! Did I say it like a vagina or like the food?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay. I love you so much, Randy.
Do you?
Yep. I don't know why you let me do me. This is the longest I've ever taken to clean up my actual mess.
No, it isn't. You once spent 8 hours doing it.
That's fair. That's a fair and valid point. Beep. Goes the phone.
Totally off subject, but I had my, I don't know what that is. Today, and a little bean kept kicking the heart rate.
Wait, today and the little bean kept kicking the heart rate probe. All I could think of was my teenager screaming to get out of my room. Hey, congratulations. That's so exciting. She's got a baby in her belly.
Oh. That's what that
Industry equals special. Thank you. Right on. Well, thank you, Mary. I love the way your name's spelled, by the way. Okay, still working to get to work.
You say that.
I'm making very minute progress in the right direction. So I'm gonna have to have an eyelash cleaning day because y'all want to see a nasty collection of caterpillar looking eyelash. Well, you're seeing it anyway.
Wants to see
They're all covered in eyeball juice and eyelashes. It's nasty. So I gotta figure out how to wash those.
You need to start a calendar with for Randy with gold stickers at the end of the night. Take him out to dinner because he's so sweet to you.
Randy is super sweet to me.
But why do we need a calendar?
Randy's like, we don't need a calendar. I just need to do it all the time. But you are so.
Do it all the time.
460 minutes trying to get something done, right? Have them critters called lashes too. I mean, because I could easily spend a small fortune on. I have spent a small fortune on false eyelashes, but I really need to get a grip on it and start like cleaning them.
I was just getting new eyelashes. They're pretty cute.
Yeah. Well, I started getting the ultra floofy ones that are like $10. And that gets expensive pretty quickly.
Yvonne, I asked this on Facebook. I was just wondering if your salads are basic or if the salad's different.
I'm not sure what you mean by a basic.
It has no pumpkin in it, if that's what you're asking.
It doesn't have any pumpkin spice in it. Is that the kind of basic you're talking about? But no, it's each salad has the same basic contents. We do spinach, baby greens, and like curl leaf romaine. And then I do like cucumbers, sugar snap peas, cherry tomatoes that I'm still getting out of the garden, squash, carrots, like shredded up carrots. Yeah, I think that's all they've gotten them this week. And then I'll put on like shredded cheese and like, sunflower seeds and stuff whenever I'm about to eat it. So rubbing alcohol and wipe down the lash strip. I'll try that, Laura. Go buy the expensive American ones. Get the ones from like China or Korea. They're freaking amazing and so cheap. Right on. Are you a nerd? Kind of. I was always more of a band geek than a gaming nerd in high school, but I like everything. So, and if you add other things to it each day. Yep. Yeah, and then I add, because it's like I don't want to prep all my avocado and have it just be like green goop, all for the rest of the time. So I leave the avocados intact. Anything that's gonna, like if I can't get any cherry tomatoes, I'll wait to do sliced tomatoes. Sorry, there's birds outside. Are you doing any polymer clay tutorials in the near future? Hey, Anne, tomorrow is actually a polymer clay tutorial. Hannah says, just walked around for 5 minutes trying to get my Apple Watch to award me with my last hour to my stand goal, and it wouldn't. I can't help thinking it was a waste of calories. I just burned. No, Hannah, it's never a waste. I'm making my own healthy snacks right now. Dry roasted chickpeas. Oh, that sounds yummy. Do you use canned or fresh? Like, I've never seen fresh chickpeas, so I always just presume that people are using canned. And I don't know how to do that. What's up, baby?
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't get put away, did you? I'm so close. Yet so far away.
Oh, cool. We we have another package from Cass.
Ooh, really? We haven't gone and checked the P.O. box in a week. In a hot minute. So, please put stuff where it goes, Yvonne.
I have hard freeze Saturday night. Some plans will be subject to freezing.
Oh no. I never like this time of year when the freezes start to set in because usually it'll freeze and then the whole yard smells like rotting tomato plants because I never clean them up until after the freeze, which is my own fault. Okay, that sounds great. I always love new recipes.
I made it to Texas and why, but my hubs was in the military and I was at mom.
Oh no.
So priorities. I'll make it up. Okay, she's talking about
Right.
Gotta get kids for school and work. I'm gonna put you on the
Drive safe.
I can't chat. I'm still here because
Hey, Horror.
Right in my day.
Hey, Karen. The other day they had a 12-hour marathon of Scooby-Doo and Friends on Cartoon Network. I watched all 12 hours when I was finished. Right on, Danny. Drive safe, Sam. Okay.
I don't think Sam's driving. She's just putting you on the big screen so she can't talk.
Oh, okay.
Still, you don't listen to the rest of what I say.
Oh, I'm sorry, Randy.
Art teacher made me turn in something that wasn't due, and I really wanted
Best
to finish it.
makeup box. Tackle box. Okay. So it looks like I've got enough space cleared off for me to actually start working. An hour later, Vaughn.
Gotta work out, get the mail before it starts pouring again.
I don't know why I think scolding myself is actually going to accomplish anything, because clearly it has not made a difference. Hey, Hannah. Yes, the storage boxes are crucial. So much. I live out of tackle boxes. All of our inventory, everything is fishing tackle boxes. I never go fishing. Carol says, hey, sweetie, I keep missing you, so it's so good to see you again. It's good to see you in here live, Carol. Honor a stream. For me, it's the month of Stephen King films. Yep. Are you a Star Wars fan? I am. I really do enjoy Star Wars. One of the first tabletop games that I got involved with was Star Wars: The Old Republic. It was a lot of fun. I was a Twi'lek assassin. Oh no! Christina says, oh my god, power's been out for 2 hours. So hot here. What is going on? So when you make jewelry, do you have marbles with it? And then do you make them stay in the wire frames? I've done pieces with marbles before. I could actually probably do a wire wrapped marble tutorial for you guys. Sounds like Chewbacca. What? How do you keep yourself on task to get things done?
Clearly you don't.
I don't, is the thing. Like, apparently, apparently I'm not able to keep myself on task. A lot of it is Randy being a gentleman and reminding me of what I'm doing with my life. I know that sounds really cool, Penny. But it's honestly, I'm typically not this scatterbrained. I'm really scatterbrained whenever I'm live streaming, because it's like, yeah, gentle nudges from Randy help. But no, and then for people who are watching this after the fact, I'm not just crazy. There's comments happening on this side of the screen. That's not why I'm scatterbrained. Is it just me, or do you have like 10 projects going at the same time?
All the time.
That's at least 10. Can you drill holes in glass marbles without cracks? Not that I'm aware of. Like, I know that I personally couldn't do it. Possibly someone with way more experience and specialty in, like, lapidary might be able to. But, yep, Patricia says nope. Do what, love?
I'm talking to Sam.
Oh. So I do want to show you guys a couple of different things that we have going over here just on the table. Where do you want the receipt book?
What would be sweet?
Where do you want your socks?
Marbles. Huh?
So this is one piece I actually wore doing a photo shoot the other day out of foam, y'all. So I'm really excited, but I was using this to draft and experiment for a pattern for doing out of leather, because that way the inside of the cups, leather, I'll be able to do all of this out of leather that way. Yeah, just little, mostly 5mm, because I really like that thicker, heavier duty foam. Yeah, actually all of it's. And then I used a 3mm for the cutout filigree. Thanks, Ria. And then I made some matching bracers, which I really need to get better at joining the sides. But we were making these, like, popping them out like crazy before we had SpaCon and Archon directly back to back. I made these in the 3 days that we had between SpaCon and Archon. So we got like 30 pairs of bracers made. So not my best work, that's for sure. What?
Any tutorials doing Dragon Eye wraps?
I do have some tutorials on how to wire wrap Dragon Eyes, but not nearly as many as I would like. So that's definitely, stay tuned, because hopefully we're coming up on our slow season. Like after November, we don't have another convention booked until February. So we're going to have a lot more time to really focus on putting on some better quality tutorials. So Spuns like Randy is with the bot instead of Bonnie. A shield, Wonder Woman shield. Oh, that'd be cool. I hate leaving a project unfinished. Me too. Yeah, and hopefully I'll still be doing the Tuesday and Thursday live streams, but we've been babysitting a lot for my friends, so that's why I have to get off at 6:30 today, so we can go over and they cook us dinner and stuff. The kids do. It's amazing. And then we have this one, which Lauren wore. And that's something that I was really excited about is, I guess Lauren and I are similar cup size, but very different everywhere else. And so we were both able, I made this one and the green one with the same exact template, and we were both able to wear them. So that made me pretty happy as far as designer goals on getting something to fit multiple body types. But I was really pleased with this one. So,
Dude,
what's up?
you just get off my lap.
Oh, Sam? Is he farting on you?
Yep.
Sam, you little rootin' tootin', fresh and tootin'. Okay. Thanks.
So you and Randy get to have animals around you and their kids too? Have you in the water? No, we're just babysitting.
We're just babysitting, but yeah, it's kind
We
of,
get to leave at the end of the day.
we do feel really lucky. Amanda says, Yvonne, can you do a Thor's hammer with scrollwork and polymer clay necklace or any other Viking jewelry? I would love to do that. I don't think it's too common at all. I love your outfit, sister. I have an almost the same. Right on. But no, it's nice and warm. Can I give you an inspiration? I'm going to go to Amazon. Anyway, comic book by bulk on Amazon. They're cheap. Right on. I just sold 20 beaded spiders. Wow, Tanya, congratulations. Hey, Vaughn, are you able to take on any custom work soon? I would love to get, is that a dreidel made? Because I crashed my trike and now I have a back fatigue while trying to work. What's a dirndl? I'm not sure. There might be a typo. Custom work will be opening up after our 2 conventions in November. So that's excellent. Leather time!
A few spots of custom work will be opening.
Yeah, a few spots.
Still October, right?
Is it October?
I think so.
Okay.
We haven't had Halloween yet.
Right. Okay, yeah, it's still October.
We just got home from our glad I didn't miss you.
Okay. So here we have quite a few blanks already crafted out. Thanks, Penny. But quite a few blanks cut out for the belts for the class. Ah, okay. Yeah, I could do something for you, Shelly. I thought, are you Gog? What?
What's
Vaughn, how do you get started crafting as a business? The cost to do it as a hobby is all I can afford. Michelle, a lot of it was our first year or two, actually, of doing. Year one, we did almost entirely just craft shows. And any money that we made off of that went back into registering for more events. Because we're like, we can make inventory all day long, but until we sell it, we can't really make more money off of it. So we didn't really turn a profit until our third year that we were actually, because everything that we made got poured right back into the business. So it's like we didn't get personal paychecks. We weren't necessarily, a lot of the times we weren't able to buy groceries or anything. We ate a lot of rice and beans those first couple of years. Rice, beans, and bologna is basically what we ate and gained most of our weight on. Like, people call it starving artist, but we gained weight for like we were so poor. It was just like, yep, hot dogs. Randy and Vaughn, did you see the dragon con videos on YouTube? I watched them to see if I can see your booth in the background. We've watched some of them, but we haven't watched all of them, that's for sure.
They typically don't take pictures in the dealer's room.
Right. Karen says, hi Vaughn, really close to Kansas City, so I hope I can get out there to see you both. That would be so cool. And if you're interested in taking the class where you get your own head to toe, or like head to knee, because we're not doing shoes, but we will talk a little bit, I'm sure, about making your own greaves and stuff. And be sure to get your spot. They've got links posted on the Kansas City page and stuff. Tina says, hi Vaughn and Randy. Love all your work you do. What does cosplay mean? Not heard this expression over here in England. Okay. Well, cosplay is like Star Wars, for instance. As a fan of Star Wars, I could be cosplaying, and, like, oh, I just lost my train of thought. Dang it, Vaughn. Get your life together. As a fan of Star Wars, I could decide that I wanted to cosplay Princess Leia or General Organa, or, you know, so dressing up as one of the characters, and kind of like, some people will only dress up as the character to be in the costume. My friend Asmith, yeah, it's basically costume play. Asmith full on acts like the character and everything. His Rick from Rick and Morty is amazing. So we're actually going to be doing, Asmith and I, he's gonna be Rick, and I'm gonna be Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus, and we're gonna walk around and be like, science! Randy would be good at making a nice hat rack. If I gave him a spare minute to do anything.
Who is that?
Yeah, Rocky Horror fans are pretty much right up there with the original cosplayers. What was Asmith at SpaCon? Asmith wasn't with us at SpaCon. He was at Archon with us. And one day he was Smendrick the Wizard from The Last Unicorn. And he was... Science! I forgot you're in here, Laura. Hey. Laura's so quiet. I'm sure she's doing so... Are you packing, Laura?
Anyway, one day he was Smendrick, one day
Smendrick the Wizard.
He was Morty.
He was Morty, and he was Rick. And then he also... Did he dress up like Trunks?
No, not first.
Not this time. He didn't. He usually dresses up as Trunks. Jamie says, hi, love your videos. Keep up all the great work. I love all your Dragon Eye videos. Well, thank you. I'm hoping possibly on Thursday to do another Dragon Eye painting live stream. And then all the eyes that will be painted during that live stream will go up for sale on our Etsy once they're cured. Holy crap, that's so cool. What are you doing on Halloween? I'm not entirely certain yet. I think we're going to be hanging out with some of our local friends, because I want to do the face painting for their daughter. They're the folks who house sit for us. I want to get to do her face paint, because she's going to be a sugar skull, and she's got like the perfect face for it and everything, so. Stories about making dragon eyes and tiger's eyes. Okay, so we've got these already cut out. Let me find my template that I had made. Oh crap, where even are they?
What kind of things do you get for Christmas? Love you and Randy. Finally caught a live stream, especially Penny. What would be great?
Where is it?
Can't wait to watch the video. Wish I had a little brother like him. Not sure. I need better friends. Where are my vampire LARPing friends, huh? Christmas, I usually get really curmudgeon-y.
Yeah.
We guys to be happy.
we actually here lately for Christmas we go and visit family in Tennessee, because to me we spend all year trying to sell stuff to people and like we're up to our ears in consumerism. Hey Alyssa, she's like notice me senpai. So it's like come Christmas time we don't typically do a lot of gifts. We just go and visit family, and like try to not eat too much. Zburb is here, Pete's. Hey, Derpy Pigeon. I'm going to a party as El Senor Bones at a pub when it comes. Oh, that'd be cool. Where do I look to become a member? How do you mean, Carol? Oh, goodness. I can't find... Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
Do you know where my template is for the gladiator strips? Oh, yeah? Sorry, guys. We rearranged the craft room, and I still have not found basically anything. Yeah, it had a coach pin on it.
Blue, like 6 different things. I don't know.
Love bait.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Kisses.
He's in shorts.
No, he's got sweatpants on. What in the crap did I do with this?
I don't know.
I don't know neither. Can you find my towel?
You're missing a towel?
My hair towel, yeah. It's on the floor now. So this is my life, you guys. Whenever you guys are like, hey, Vaughn, I ordered custom stuff. Why has it been forever since you've made it? It's like, well, because I'm still looking for that thing that I lost. So honestly, like, I don't even know what I did with it, you guys. I will have one necklace, but I will have more. Right on. Could it be over here? Asking y'all like y'all know. Nope. Well, crap. Great. That heater works though, I'll tell you what.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Did I put it in my template book? No way did I put it in my template book. That would have been the most responsible thing. Alyssa, adopt me, please. When will we be taking orders again for corsets? End of November, for sure. My craft room just has stacks of stuff, and I just keep piling my stuff on top of each other, and it's a disaster, right? Yes. Nope. I did not put it in my binder of templates. Past Vaughn, what's wrong with you? Why you do this? This is why you're not productive.
Do you ever work on old man clay faces like fairy trees?
Ooh, that'd be cool to do. Hey, Randy, I found this thing.
What's this thing?
Hey!
Put that one back in.
Mm-hmm. And I just looking in the same spot like it's gonna magically show up there. Oh, crap.
Do your corsets have steel boning?
The question is, do my corsets have steel boning? The leather overlaps and is riveted, so it behaves like boning, but there's no actual boning in it, which is great because there's nothing to kind of work its way out of the fabric or to warp or to break or anything like that. So I really like them. The corsets, that is. Hey, Randy, could you do me a favor? Could you go set these guys in the back room? Put your axe away.
Yep. You're gonna have my axe.
You're gonna have my sword. Oh, that'll be cool, Andy. These are 2 of them living at my granddaughter's house as we speak. Right on. We aren't the only one that misplaces things. The clamp for my pasta clay rollers vanished, never to be found, right? Fortunately, you can use just regular old clamps, too. What do you mean, am I joking? No, I'm not joking. You can have muscle. Right? You can't not continue on the train of talking about Lord of the Rings quotes.
One does not simply stop quoting.
One does simply... I ruined it. I ruined everything. Thank you for helping me look.
You ruined it.
Because I have a feeling that it's over here.
Under all this?
Yeah.
Under this thing?
The belt that... Yeah,
Perhaps.
can you set that back on the thing? Because I might just have to draft a new pattern, which I really don't want to have to do. Because, hey, and I'm not accusing.
Okay.
But I handed it to you at one point, like a month ago.
Yes,
remember?
you did.
Because I was going to have you cut them out
back
for me.
when the table that's in Fred's room was right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It was.
that's a thing. And I can't find the belt base either. So I failed you guys, clearly, as a human being.
As a human.
As a human. So I'm actually just going to end up using this as the base because I can't keep wasting time looking for it. You know? Okay, guys. I've given up. I'm just going to remake the base. Look under your mat, right? Nope, not in the mat. You know, and we'll get off the stream and find it. I know we will. Oh boy, that heater works, that's for sure. Nope, can't find it. There's the bench. Okay. So, what we're going to be doing to start with. Are you okay, honey? What happened? Oh, no. I had an idea. I'm going. Bye to lovely speak to you. Bye, Andy. You need a cork board for just patterns. I actually made a binder with page protectors. That the pattern pieces go down in the page protectors, but if I don't put my patterns in there, then I don't know what the point is. I don't know what Randy did. I think out loud where I put it, so it will be safe, right? Saint Anthony, patron saint of lost things. He left years ago. He's like, you're hopeless. Okay, so the way that I did the belt bases for this, and I'm going to have you guys kind of peeking over my shoulder, is whenever I drew them out, I drew them in a way that whenever I cut one out, it will stack on top of another so that there's no wasted fabric in between. Do you kind of see how that works? So in that way I was able to get quite a few pieces out of, you know, even just the most bang for your buck kind of thing. So, and I'm just using a regular pencil. You could use an awl. River, I am making this belt. Just like that. And I actually need to look up the message from my friend who kind of compiled the rest of the outfit. Oh goodness. It got a little too warm. There it is. That way I can see, because I want to do like some tooling and stuff on this that is going to be exceptional to the stuff that we're teaching in the class. Is going to be kind of basic in comparison. Thank you so much for the live chat. I really enjoyed your time. I'll be back again. Bye, Cheyenne. Because I just want to get the theme right. What you eating, honey?
What?
I said, what you eating?
Um,
But yeah, so I don't want to show the name just because I don't know if they want everything. But that's that's kind of what's going on with the rest of the outfit. That's the breastplate and the bracers and the headdress that he made. And so these are going to be what's being taught in the class, y'all. So you definitely, if you guys can, come hang out at Kansas City Comic-Con. It's $30 per person, but at the end of the weekend, you leave with a complete outfit. Those 3 pieces and the belt. Plus all of the hands-on experience that you'll have gained, both in working with leather and foam. And just, I don't know, it's hard to beat for $30. Like, it really is. But we only have 50 slots, though, so the sooner you sign up, the better. So, do it. Yeah, I with all the tools and materials and everything provided, that is a super deal, Penny. So, and even if y'all aren't able to go, if you could go and just like and follow the Kansas City Comic-Con page, and kind of stay up to date about it, maybe share it. I mean, you might not be able to go, but some of your friends might be able to, and that'd be pretty cool. Wish you were doing a class near me. Let your local conventions know that, hey, there's this person who does these things. Because while Back to Earth Creations is taking part with, like, Kansas City Comic-Con is hosting this, and there are other instructors, Randy and I go around and we do the hands-on chainmail classes. We do classes on costume design and all sorts of stuff. And that's why it was actually, Randy and I were talking to Barry, the guy who was kind of putting this whole thing together. It was his brainchild, and we were at SawesomeCon in Kansas City, Missouri, and talking to him quite a bit about some of the different concepts and, like, the logistics of it a little bit. And so it's like, I can't take any kind of credit. I just talked to the guy, but I am really excited to be there, to be a part of this and to kind of see how it goes. But, yeah, let your local conventions know that we'll come through and we'll do panels and stuff. So, but I'm really excited. Now, that's also, since this is such a large production, they are charging $30 per person. But typically when Randy and I go about, and whenever we do our panels and stuff, we don't charge for materials because we typically come as guests to the convention to do that. And we provide it in exchange for the hospitality that the convention provides, which is a really big deal to us. Like, we really appreciate it when conventions invest in us the way that we've invested in them over the years. So I'm just using a pencil. You could use a pen or all different kinds of stuff. Sorry, I typically don't check my phone whenever I'm live streaming. Like, I really typically hesitate to check my phone.
Please come to St. Petersburg, Florida. It's warm in the winter.
Right on. Warm in the winter. What's that like? Ooh.
To go to understand cosplay more, but right now we are saving to move out of California.
Gotcha. Yeah, cosplay is definitely a luxury, but there's a lot that can be done, like just cosplay on a budget. I have quite a few friends who do, like, casual cosplays, just based off of kind of what's out of their closet, even. Okay, let's see if I can... Caught it that time. Sorry. I make you very nervous, honey. Okay, so now you can still see kind of what we're doing, hopefully. Okay, so here we have the line just kind of drawn out. And this same technique could be used on foam armor. But I really don't recommend foam for anything that's going to be load-bearing or anything that's going to be sat upon. Because with this one, well, it is kind of crinkled. It's because I had it crammed in a tote in, like, a hot van for 2 weeks. But with foam, is there no way that you could fold it like this and have it still come out? Now, this one's oil tanned, so it does get some color creasing. But you can kind of, like, stretch and bend that out, you know, and it kind of buffs away. But it's... You know, you can twist it, you can shape it, you can sit on it, and it doesn't, you know, ruin. So foam is perfect for stuff that's not really going to be moving a whole lot.
You mean leather?
Foam is good for stuff that's not going to be moving a lot.
Oh, okay.
Leather is great for stuff that needs movement or needs durability. So for this belt, I'm going to do 2 panels. One for the front and one for the back. Now, the one in the class is just going to be a single panel, but you'll kind of be able to tailor it to your own length. This one is getting made specifically for the model to be wearing. And you can also, you can make it a little wider if you want. It doesn't have to just be an inch wide. I think this one being promotional, I'm going to make it just a little bit wider, give myself a little bit more room to add ornamentation and different things. I'm so sorry for those of y'all who are still watching that it took so long for me to get started, but that's my work day. That is my work day in a nutshell. There we go. Okay. Now you can straighten out any lines. Wait, what's going on? Lock. That's totally inappropriate. Hey, in Poland. Sarah, can you make your own lasagna? Ooh, lasagna sounds good. Okay, so now I'm going to set these aside. And just using a regular box knife. Now, this isn't going to be the kind of lightweight craft knife with like the break off blades. This is going to be like super heavy duty. One of these works great. Damon says, what you wearing to Comic-Con? A couple of different renditions of like a satyr fawn thing. Since I'm going to be in the booth and I'm going to be teaching a lot, I'm not going to be wearing as intricate of an outfit, but I'm definitely still going to be kind of in costume. The $30 fee is in addition to purchasing a badge.
$30 fee is just for the class.
It's just for the class. But I mean, you pay to get in, and then you pay to get a badge. You pay to get a badge, and then you pay to be in the class, and you still get a complete outfit. That's still way less than what it would be to purchase a costume.
Parking there.
Do you?
I think so.
Yeah, we don't know what the status is on parking and stuff, but
probably have to pay for parking.
Yeah, for the convention, because it's hosted by the Kansas City Comic-Con. Yeah, and so you got to pay the it's a 3-day event, so that's kind of how conventions go. And that's why Randy and I don't charge for our classes whenever we teach, because we're like, if you're paying for a badge to get in here, we don't want you to have to pay for the class too, but you also don't get a complete head-to-toe outfit, in our panels either. You just get, whatever you make there in the class. There we are. Usually it takes 2 passovers. Is everything alright?
I have no idea what that noise was.
It sounded like someone with their brakes outside. Mm-hmm.
Incredibly high-pitched. Hi from Mrs. Daughter.
Okay.
Bruce Holt says I'm doing a leather giveaway for the class.
Hey, Bruce. So, y'all, where's he at? Be sure to follow Bruce. The picture that I showed you on my phone, he's the one who made that. He's an exceptionally talented foamsmith. He does streaming on Twitch as well. He's just super cool guy. And yeah, like he said, he's doing a leather giveaway. So there's so many different perks and things going on here for the Kansas City Comic-Con. So it'd be a shame to miss it. Vaughn, is that the leather Bruce you were trying to ask if the leather is oil tanned? Yeah, that's Bruce. Hey Bruce, this stuff, is this oil tanned, the stuff that you gave me? I think it is, but I didn't want to be telling people wrong. Sub to Bruce. Thanks, Ria. Who makes the maps? How do you mean, Mikio?
What maps?
I don't know what she's talking about. I'm just keeping an eye on the comments. I just realized we haven't eaten since breakfast, and it's probably why I feel sick. Brass Engine people. Yeah, that's the Brass Engine Productions. No, he's not the same guy who makes the maps. That is the name Penny. Very good memory. Mm-hmm. Yeah, with Ben and Kristen with Brass Engine. They're super cool folks, too. I'm very fortunate to know a lot of really talented and really cool people from our line of work. But I don't know if Bruce is still in here, but I'm pretty sure this is oil tan, just based off of the texture of it. Ah, excellent. Okay. Haley! Okay, so now I'm going to be cutting. I've got a couple more cuts to make. Oh, I'm so glad you like them. Hey, Bruce, do you happen to know, is this going to be worn on a particular model, or is it just for on a mannequin? Like, what hip measurement do I need to put on this? Because usually, for everyone's reference, whenever I'm making a belt for someone, I'll get the smallest point of their waist and the widest point of their hips, and then I'll do, like, a couple inches, in between that. Hey, Susan, sorry, I'm kind of working a lot, so I'm not able to watch the chat as much as I normally do. Ah, Patricia, we'll be here when you get back, hopefully. Be safe. Bruce, give my measurements, Elria. First live stream, fun stuff. Hey Felicity, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I'm trying to get the leg of the tripod around so y'all can get a bit closer look. Near LA, but I'm hoping everyone there can find peace when it's over. That's fair, Amanda.
That's where she's currently living.
Ah, gotcha. Now also, I always say this, but it bears repeating. Be very, very careful whenever you're cutting leather, because if you see how easily this box knife cuts through this tanned hide, look at how thick this is. Of cowhide. Super durable, super heavy duty. So if it can cut through this, it's going to cut through your fingers and your hands and stuff so easy. So be very, very careful.
Have a good day, George.
Bye, George. Is that...
Nope.
What?
Nope.
Who? Hey, George! Okay. Sorry, he's another one of the guys who's going to be helping out with the build and doing... He's done so much. So, if go subscribe to George, everybody, and, like, find him on Facebook and follow him. He's a super cool guy. I'm excited to get to meet him in person. So, Bon, do you find the artist life lonely sometimes? Not having a normal 9 to 5 is great, but I do miss having more people around. I have you guys on live stream, and that's really, like, that tides me over, but also going out and seeing people in person, like at the conventions and stuff, that's where we build up all of our social, like, it tides us over. But it can get lonely, but also, like, we don't have time for a lot of social commitments and stuff. Like, we're definitely career-focused workaholics. So it's at conventions, that's whenever we're actually able to be a little bit more sociable and stuff. So
Yes.
I do need to get back to Tulsa.
Oil tan, and I have a mod. I will get the measurements.
Oh, right on. He has a model. He'll get the measurements. That sounds good. What's up, George? Vaughn, loved your makeup. It was perfect in my opinion. Thank you, Ellie. I was really pleased with it. Okay. So now we have cut through here. Do you have, like, a rough estimate? Like, is it someone, like, relatively more petite, or sorry, Yvonne. I asked the Dutch ladies if we can have this cosplay workshop in the Netherlands. Oh, Mary, that'd be cool. Oh, sorry for all the buffering and stuff, Sheila. It has to go to space. Okay, so let me grab my edge beveler real quick. Big old fart noise from the chair. So this is a tool that you kind of go through and it bevels the edges. You can kind of see how it looks. It's got that little fork center. And this is something that if I were working with foam... Oh, Bloody Mary. Okay, sorry. I keep throwing the phone. I'm so sorry, guys. But I keep getting tangled up on the cord. I really need to get better at this. Phone down, phone down. I don't even remember what I was saying now. With foam, you would be, I don't know, Aya, I'm so sorry. She's like, why must you abuse us? Because gravity, I gotta check. Yep, still works. Is there a specific knife that you can get for the leather cutting besides what you use, and would it be safer? I don't know. I don't honestly know if it would be safer because a sharp knife is a sharp knife. So I'd say go with whatever you feel most comfortable with, because if you're comfortable with it, if it fits your hand well, if you have a lot of control over it, that's going to be way safer for you than that same knife would be with me if I'm not very good at it. Like, you know what I mean? So like for me, I really prefer a box knife, but there are some folks who use like it's shaped, you know, like an arc kind of, and you can kind of, yeah, always keep your fingers out of the cut path. Always be mindful. Well, thanks, Linda. I'm glad you found Nightbot useful. But, so this little guy is what we're using. You can see it's kind of shaped on that side, and that's where the sharp edge is on this side. And what we're going to do is we're going to come through and shave off this sharp edge with this beveler. And the foam equivalent of doing this would be using a Dremel to bevel your edges, if that makes sense. And I don't really need to do this on the mat. That just honestly just slides around and drives me crazy. I prefer to do this to dry leather. I haven't done anything to this leather. I have no wetting or anything like that. What you laughing, love?
He said the other day that the other side of the ocean would come to Denmark. This teeny weeny country has 6,000 km of coastline.
Oh, wow.
It's almost hard to not see the ocean.
That'd be so cool.
Fun. Is that a wood chisel?
This is not a wood chisel. It's wooden handled, but it's called an edge beveler. So you can kind of see how that's shaped. And my most recent leatherworking tutorial that would have links to all of the tools and materials that I'm using here would be my leather binder cover, because I used this in that video as well. Hey, Randy.
Yep.
Could you turn the heater off?
Really?
I know, but I feel really sick. So I'm just going through, and honestly, I'm way faster at this than I am at beveling edges with a Dremel. So, but keep in mind though, because I'll have templates for this up on our Patreon. And then also, if you come and take the class, I'm pretty sure you'll be getting a template of it as well. Though I prefer to, as opposed to just providing you guys with templates, I like to give you the knowledge to be able to design your own, if that makes sense. Yeah, and it just makes these super cute little things. You have nice white sand beaches in St. Pete. Oh wow, right on. So there you can see. Nice and kind of shaped. Sarah says, heater, it's 102 in LA. Send your brother my way. Yeah, I think I'm going to go grab a yogurt. I haven't eaten since this morning, and I had like eggs. So that was it. I had a couple of eggs. So we'll have a lunch break and a more Q&A whenever I get back. So be right back, guys.
saying they like your shoes.
Oh, thank you. I like my shoes too.
But then you got a multicolored pair from Lauren.
I do. I've got matching monster shoes for my friend Lauren when she comes over. I'm gonna try to lower this down without dropping the camera again. Not eating is bad or worse is eating too much. Take it from a non-eater, always forget to eat, right? And that's the thing is, like, I get tied up in crafting projects, and then it's like, before I know it, it's like, geez, what time is it? It's 5 in the afternoon, and I haven't eaten since breakfast, so, but I had 3 eggs and a slice of double fiber toast, so not exactly a bone sticker. I used to have some slippies like that, but I can't wear them. I feel. Yeah, well, it's pretty chilly here, so. Right? Mary Hart says that's the life of an artist person, tunnel vision, the rest of the world disappears. And that's so true. And that's why, look, I posted on your Facebook page what I'm working on while you're watching. Hope you don't mind. I don't mind a bit, Renee. I just won't be able to check it until after the stream. Almost midnight here, so it's time for midnight snack. Right on. Yeah, it is way colder in Minnesota. It's like 50 something here, so I'm like, brr, it's cold. Better late than never. But that's why I've started focusing a lot heavier on like meal prep and stuff, is because it's like I don't want to have to stop crafting just to eat. So I'll go and like today I prepped up 12 salads for in the fridge. Hey Karen, thank you. I'm glad you like what we do here. That was a couple hours ago.
Huh.
That's Texas for you though. I don't even think we ever bothered to turn on the heater when we lived in Texas.
You had heaters?
And central air.
No.
Aw, good night, Nina. Get to feeling better. Sam says, so do you have a favorite medium you like to work with, or do you like to mix and match it? I like to mix and match it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's every day I have a different favorite thing that I'm working on. Multi-meals at once is the way to go, for sure. There's something under the sand that keeps hurricanes. When I'm watching shows or crafting, I lose track of time. It's like 10 a.m. and it's suddenly 8 p.m., right? Bruce, I haven't been able to post the link. If you're because it's with it on the phone, it won't let me type. So it's. Do you want to find the Kansas City page, Randy?
Possibly.
It's on Facebook. But Bruce, if you want to share the link, that'd be really helpful.
Where do you find it?
Kansas City Comic-Con.
Have you shared it?
Yes.
Or is it shared to your page?
Both.
Okay. So you're saying I can find it through your page?
Uh-huh.
Alright.
You should be able to share links, Mikio. Hopefully. Let's see. So, while I'm eating... Oh, it won't let him. It won't... Randy will find it, Bruce. Sorry. We couldn't before. Right on. If you enjoy my feature... Oh, reading the Nightbot.
How long ago was it?
I have no idea. If you go to the Kansas City Comic-Con page, Randy, there should be a thing for that. Because I just can't have my face in the phone while we're streaming. But yeah, so for those of y'all who have just joined or who haven't heard about it yet, I'm taking part in something that's really exciting, hosted by Kansas City Comic-Con. They're having an Amazonian / like kind of gladiator costume build. Starts on Friday with like a Q&A and a demo, and then Saturday is like basically all day going to be working on assembling pre-cut pieces. Some of them are pre-cut, some of them are other not so much. But yeah, Randy just shared the link, so everybody go and click on that and share it, because even if you're not able to go, one of your friends might be able to, and you'll be able to, let me see if I can pull it back up. Oh, scrolling. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't mean to have my face in the phone.
Do they have, like, the thing about...
You'll be able to make that. Now, it might not be as detailed, but you can go and add detail later. But, hey, Don. Yeah, spots won't last long. There's only 50 spots. So be sure to sign up whenever you can. I can send you a picture on Facebook.
A panel page up to talk about this?
Maybe. I'm not certain, honey.
Okay.
And if anything, just be sure to find us on Facebook and follow us because I'll be sharing it later today for sure. River says, I'm making like a cool fairy mansion. It's really big. Oh, that sounds awesome. Cause Dragon Eyes set, just have to send you yours out. Oh, well, thank you, Sherry. Eat your yogurt, Ron. Oh my god, Sam, that's hilarious. Sam said, I keep forgetting to tell you, when you were talking once about the nudist camp, I looked it up. Curiosity got me. For those of y'all who don't know, I grew up at a nudist camp, but I forgot to close the page. My son, 22, thinks I'm going through a midlife crisis. That's hilarious. Do what, Randy?
I said, oh my.
Yep.
So there's both the page to the Kansas City and to the actual panel as well.
Okay.
Or workshop or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, Betsy, that sounds lovely. It led to some interesting conversations, I can tell you. That's fair. But yeah, I'm really excited. So to continue talking about the Comic-Con build. Hey, in Finland, how's it going? Bye, Mary. It's going to be a belt very similar to this one that has like strips and stuff hanging off. I'm going to be demonstrating. No, you're not late, Kristen. We still have, what time even is it? We still have like an hour and a half left of filming. So I should be able to get this belt done before then. So hopefully.
So are you guys making it for Wizard World? Because I'm going to be volunteering this year and it would be awesome.
Oh, Sherry, it would be cool to see you. But so far I don't have anything going with Wizard World. This is for the Kansas City Comic-Con on the 10th through 12th. So steampunk mean I love gears, but what else is involved? Linda, honestly, steampunk, to me, it's whatever you want it to be. It's more of an aesthetic. Some people go more Victorian or more Edwardian. Some people will do like steampunk futuristic. So it's complicated. But yeah, there's usually a lot of gears involved. A lot of like that kind of old look of the steam engines. So like brass and stuff. Like if electricity hadn't taken off as the primary fuel source. So the belt, this one could be worn by male or female. This one's a little bit more feminine because that kind of curve lends itself to rounded hips. Whereas like the gentleman's belts, we make a little more straight across because they tend to have different, boys and girls are typically pretty different. And it kind of sits in a little bit more of a masculine way. But it's dependent entirely on your own personal fashion and style. And which one you prefer to wear. So I have chainmail in the size of 5/32. What could I make with that necklace? Or am I just a beginner in chainmail? Kristen, that sounds like, and she says, hey, Randy. You could do spiral chain. I think you could weave Byzantine out of that. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to visualize in my mind how big that is. You might not be able to do Byzantine. You could probably do European foreign one. But I don't know. A website that I highly recommend is maileartisans.org. MAILLE artisans.org. They've got probably the most extensive database I've ever seen of different chainmail weaves and things like that. Yep. Those buttons and rubbish for you. Thank you. Oh my god, this yogurt's taking me a million years.
So the belt you're making today,
Uh-huh.
is that for a guy or a girl?
Either.
Okay.
Does it need to be for a guy or a girl? I don't know.
You're the one that's been keeping up the conversation.
Go away, humans. Yeah. Except for that nobody I don't like warm yogurt. I like cold yogurt. Ooh, wow. Okay. Bruce just said, chat room, mention you signed up because of this stream, and Yvonne will receive $5 worth of leather for all who she signs up, and you will be entered a drawing to win leather worth $100. Holy crap, Bruce, that's super generous. So yeah, guys. Go sign up for Kansas City Comic-Con. I thought it was me who's confused. Nice to know. Doesn't matter what it's called. I'll just go for it. Right on. Y'all, Bruce is probably one of the most creative, talented, and generous people. He's an inspiration to me, you guys. So it's for sure. And he's going to be one of the teachers there. So y'all could come and it'll be bring your friends to work day and we all get to kind of hang out and stuff. But, it might even be worth doing a little bit of holiday travel and stuff. Come see Kansas City, experience the convention, get to take the panel. We'll be hanging out in the booth the rest of the time, too. So, yeah, fist bump Bruce. So, knock that yogurt out. So, I'm going to get back to work on this belt. So, I'm going to be turning this. I'm not going to be chatting as much because I do need to, work quite a bit. Thank you, Lori. Can I sign up for glass and just get everything mailed to me? Possibly, Ellie. I'm sure we could figure something out. But I tell you what, if you sign up for the class, I can guarantee that I'll send you something. So, look me up on Nuke Fusion Productions on Facebook. Right on. Oh, that'd be cool, Carol. I've never been there. Okay, back to work. Work. That's my T-Rex turkey leg dance. So I'm just coming through beveling the edges. Huh?
They need snacks.
Do you have your pineapple in there?
Yeah, but it's cold.
So we need warm snacks? Is that what you're saying, Randy? He's ignoring me. Seriously, Randy. Okay. So now I'm actually going to transfer over to my other work surface. No, I'm not. I'm making stuff up. Before I transfer over to my other work surface, I am going to cut out all of these strips, which I did have a pattern drawn up for them, which I cannot find for the life of me.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
I don't know. Going to hell if I don't change my ways.
Yeah, sign up for the class and just get everything mailed to me?
Right? And I don't know. Because there's so many other people involved, I can't make those kinds of calls, you know?
Where are you ever going to get a costume for just $30?
Right? Aha! How about thee, foul beast? I found them! Okay, so I'll be right back because I've got to grab the leather for making this stuff out of. Compliments of Bruce Holt. Bruce? Words are hard, okay? Words are so hard. Okay, so for these ones, I'm cutting these out of the same oil tanned leather that I used for the other belt. and not tell you ahead of time. I just go to your booth and bear hug both of you. Is that too creepy? That'd be pretty cool, Penny, actually. Oh, well, thanks, Izzy. I'm glad you like my shoes. Hey, Yvonne, I have a pic ready to send for you. I looked on your Facebook pics of Comic-Con. They're really light and fun. Some stuff I need to confirm. Facebook's buddies with you. Right on. Whenever we finish streaming, I'll log in and be sure to add you and stuff. So here we have, and you can see they're just slightly smaller increment sizes of each other. The strips are. And this, I just had them close pinned together. And it's just a really nice side. Huh?
Is that the one I was cutting?
This is the one that you were cutting on, baby. Okay, now the thing is with this template, you're going to cut 2 of each with the exclusion of the large center. You're only going to cut 1 of that one. I think at that point I would be pretty suspicious, Penny, if you start asking for extra puppy fur. Now again,
We'd probably have some.
yeah, we'd probably have some extra puppy fur with us. And I try to use up every square inch of the leather as I can. So what we're doing is we're coming through, and I'm actually going to be drawing on the back side, the flesh side of the leather. And I'm going to start with my smallest ones because I've got some little spots here that I want to fill in. And so you can kind of see. Well, all of the Etsy sales from earlier in the week from our last video where I talked about all those crystals and things, those all got shipped out yesterday. So that's good. And so I just trace it and then I flip it over and do the thing. Tomorrow I'm getting Halloween things from my room. Right on. His is Chewbacca's wife suit, right? No. And as often as I can, I'm lining up the line, the edge of this one, with the edge of the previous piece, because that way there's no like kind of wasted or extra fabric like kind of in between, and it also cuts down on the number of cuts that I have to do, because the less work the better, quite frankly. Okay, so once that piece is done, I put it back in my clothespin because I don't know how many times I've accidentally done the wrong one. And then also up in like one of the corners, I'm just writing a small number 1. So those are going to be our 1, and we're going to count down. You could do 1 in the center and then kind of build it back out towards the edges. But just some sort of system. That way, whenever they're all cut out, there's a way to reorganize them for whenever you knock over the pile, or for if you get distracted from your project and have to kind of find your way back to it. So I'm trying to find how is going to be best to merge these pieces together. Like, kind of fit them in. What's up, love?
Nothing.
And I'm lining the edge of this one up with a previous cut. What are you just saying, Randy?
Maybe.
God, I don't understand my 53 years of existence. Right on. Hey, Karen. It's good to see you.
Then he asked Randy, would you call security and have me drag away if I may hurt you too? Maybe, maybe not. T-Rexing over there?
Yes, I'm T-Rexing. T-Rexing. Okay.
Just need to flip it.
I do need to flip it, thank you. Did you say that, or did somebody else say that?
I said that.
Oh, Randy, you're so good.
She's a hippie lady infringed on my personal space. Come get her. Kidnapped by the internet people.
Yeah. Randy does actually double as my bodyguard, because there are some crazy people out there. But most of it is just, we've never had an incident, but Randy's also, I'm very good at, disengaging, you know, like, if that makes sense. And then Randy's also quite intimidating, just, kind of hanging out there in the booth and, like, glowering at people if they start getting out of line. Hey Leslie, we're actually making a gladiator style Amazon belt for Kansas City Comic-Con. They're having KCCC is hosting a build your own cosplay with all the tools and materials and instruction provided for $30. But you get 3 days of Q&A and demonstration. You get all day Saturday is building the build, and then Sunday there's like a photo shoot and stuff. So it's really awesome. If y'all have an opportunity to come out that way, or would even like to just support the concept, you can go over to Kansas City Comic-Con on Facebook or their website. Could you share that link for me, honey? Randy's sharing a link where you guys can go sign up. And compliments of our good friend Bruce Holt. Everybody who signs up here, if you sign up, I get $5 of leather from Bruce, which is amazing. And then also, you get a chance to win $100 worth of leather. So this is a super amazing opportunity. And you won't just be learning from me, you'll be learning from Bruce, you'll be learning with the folks with Rapsodia Cosplay, you'll be learning from George, who I haven't gotten to meet yet. And there's just all kinds of stuff. So this is definitely, this is the first time anything like this will have happened. And I hope that it's going to be revolutionary for the convention scene. So that moment we went to remember how to single crochet, so you just use half doubles instead. I wish they did fun stuff like this in Kentucky and Ohio. Actually, there's quite a few really good conventions in Columbus, Ohio. It's an epic opportunity, Penny. Like, super epic.
Did you ever flip it?
I did. This is a new piece. Thank you, Boogie. But yeah, I try to share the lines as much as I can in between pieces. And this one's kind of weird. Now it's going to start getting more into the, I'm going to go ahead, I flipped it, and I'm going to go ahead and start doing how I normally do. So now you'll be able to see how, whenever I'm just using a large expanse of leather, how I go through to do stuff. Now also, something like this, I'm not worried at all if there's any blemishes or brands or anything on the other side of the leather, because it's warrior armor. You want it to have scars and bashes and different things. Like, you don't want it to be pristine royalty armor. I mean, I don't know, that could be what you're going for, but for the most part, you want it to have battle damage. You want it to look like it's been there. You've fought the battles, you've won the wars. And now you're at Comic-Con to get, like, kettle corn and autographs. I missed it. Where do we go to sign up so Vaughn gets $5 worth of leather? Now, Michelle, it's $30 to sign up, is the thing. So it's another perk. But Randy did share the thing. So I asked the bead show to put Vaughn on their class tours. That would be amazing. I would love to get to go and teach at the bead and button shows and stuff. Though, honest to goodness, like, ambitious me would love to participate in that. Realistic me is like, when are you going to do that, Vaughn? Like, when? And so now I'm coming through with our next piece. I'm lining it up as close to the edge as I can. And then just sharing this side here. And I am going to hold this up so you guys can see kind of what it's looking like. And especially if any of y'all, I mean, I hesitate to ask because you guys are so supportive and so encouraging anyways, but it would be really helpful if you guys would be able to share the Kansas City Comic-Con link. And kind of like just tell your friends about it, because even if you can't go, but you share it, and even if they can't go, but they share it, then, you know, just letting people know about it who otherwise might not have been able to know. So it's like, well, thanks for subscribing, Destroyer. How thick is that leather? Sorry, because in my head I'm like, it's thick. With like 2 C's kind of thick. Thank you, Penny. It's a little over 1 millimeter. Not quite 2 millimeters. But and this is oil tanned leather. So, but it's a grassroots campaign to spread the word and, you know, just let your friends know and other crafty people, because there's no telling, you know, who might have friends or family in the Kansas City area, or who are up for traveling, or who might have been in the area anyways.
Yeah, Buttons and Rubbish.
What's up? Is Buttons up in Kansas?
No, the Buttons and Rubbish is flipping herself.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Macho dog's coming. Sorry, we were watching this video. Is California too far for you to travel, Vaughn? I don't think it is, but we just haven't had the opportunity to go out yet. Randy, are you guys planning on coming down to Tulsa for the bead market show in November?
I think we're a bit busy.
I think we're pretty busy in November. The 10th through 12th, we're going to be in Kansas City, Missouri. And then the weekend directly after that, we're going to be in Memphis.
I thought we had something before Kansas City.
No. Well, going and seeing Thor and doing your channel review and stuff.
Right.
So, oh, well, thank you. I've had a lot of practice, and I'm really good at faking it until I make it. So, it's the 10th through 11th. Yeah. Well, here, Z can come up. Usually Z shares the bench with me. No. Ow, wrong side. Oh, the Wizard World is in April? Okay. Get up here. Come on. There you are. Z-Dog! Yep. Sharing my bench. Hey, little booger man. So you can see here by flipping them. I don't know if you can see actually. Hey, Andy. Sorry, I don't mean to do that. Okay. But you can see here. Do what, Randy? Stop complaining. But you can see how they're lined up against each other, maybe? Can you see that at all? Not really. But there's a big line here. Maybe it's not a very good view. The lines are there, I promise.
There you go.
Right before I put it back. But I'm just kind of staggering them out a bit. Trying to take up the space on the leather as efficiently as possible. What are you using to trace templates? This is construction paper, like for kindergartners. And this is Randy's pen. I took it from him because I couldn't find mine. Bork, bork, says the doggy dog. Bork, bork.
Just wrapped an eye while watching you.
Do what?
Just wrapped an eye while watching you.
Nice. More productive than I am today. Shoot. Now for the oil tanned, if this were vegetable tanned leather, I would probably use a box knife to cut it out with. But since it is oil tanned, it has a little bit more stretch and give to it. Where do you buy your quartz from? Sam, I bought my most recent batch from a lady in Arkansas, but more often than not, I purchase it on Amazon. And I think in most of my tutorials where I'm using quartz crystal, I have links to, how do we find Randy's pen in stores? Is not. Hey, Poison, it's so good to see you in here. I'm sorry it's so late where you are. 5 and 5. But yeah, the oil tan stretches a good bit more whenever I'm cutting it, so I prefer to use my leather shears. which isn't so bad because it's not like it's a super thick and heavy veg hand, if that makes sense. Do what?
He almost fell off the bench.
He bit a hole in his hip right there. Ripped all of his fur out. This is a mad, I tell you.
That's not time for their pills again, is it?
It might be time for their pills again.
Dang.
It should be the last one of the season.
Oh, see? At this hand, wherever you are.
Dog. Yeah. Hey, Amanda, welcome back. Can you show dogs to camera? Z, look at the camera.
You should live stream all day. I would hang up.
We've done some all-day live streams, but we have to go babysit our friend's kids. So he does get hot spots whenever his pills wear off. It's hard being a Z-dog all day. All the live long day.
He's mad because I won't let him lift my chair.
Yeah. Z, so help me. Well, get up there if you're going to get up there. Table dancer.
Don't let him on the table.
I can't stop him.
Yes, you can. Get him off the deck. Honey.
No. You just want to drink my coffee, you little booger. Get off the table. What's wrong with you? Where did I go wrong raising you, Z? Mary says, I'm glad I got to catch up with you guys a little today. I'm off to game night. I will talk to you later on Facebook. Right on. Z is helping so much. He's basically a cat, so.
I really need a coffee fix.
Right? Is that why you're ripping your hair out? It's because you need coffee? Get down, you goober. Come on.
See.
Come on.
He's going to kick the table.
I know.
Don't put your coffee there. Mama, take
No, that's my spot. Randy, can I have a paper towel? I made a mess. Just a little mess.
You need a little bit.
Never a dull day, guys. Thank you, honey.
You Americans like pancakes every day?
Friggin' love pancakes, but not every day. Actually, I prefer crepes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I prefer crepes and waffles over pancakes. But no, it's actually the only thing that I eat every day is eggs and salad. That's because of my new meal plan that I'm super excited about. No, Z. I spent so long wrestling with them this morning. I'm going to stream until 6:30 Central Time. So for a little over an hour. For about an hour. I'll stream until 6:20. Randy's boss. Actually, the cat's the boss, but Randy, I do what Randy says most of the time. Sometimes. I bought a beveler. It's not very sharp. Do you know how to sharpen them? I was hoping not to have to go get a different one. When I sharpen my beveler, what I do is I go through with some like 1000 grit sandpaper and like pull it kind of along this way. You can also kind of feed it along, but I don't know. I mostly go against like that way. You can take it and fold it over the edge of like a popsicle stick.
Chill out, man.
And pull it through to get it to sharpen that point. And then you can take like a piece of scrap leather, or you can have a particular strip of leather and you can impregnate it with jeweler's rouge, and then you can like kind of strop it along the leather that way, and that'll really sharpen it up, polish it, get a nice edge on it. So and also something that I didn't realize to check for, sometimes they have a little safety cap over it of like wax, so be sure that it's nice and sharp and clean. I should probably do a tutorial actually on how I sharpen and maintain my tools, because I'm sure it's not the way to go about it, but it's a way to go about it, if that makes sense. It's a $10. If you guys listen close, you can hear the song of my people, the ice cream truck.
Is that not copyright?
Probably.
Maybe a copyright strike.
If I got a copyright strike for the freaking ice cream truck, I would be so mad. Ah.
Why is the ice cream truck guy out? It is cold outside.
There are children outside. I'd be trying to get the last couple of sales of the season too. We're an ice cream truck driver.
How do you make rings stay in the leather without a ring punch?
You could use an awl to punch a hole, or a nail even to punch a hole. Destroyer asks, how many cons have you gone to? We went to it averaged out to about 20.
This year?
Well, this year we only did like maybe 12. But last year we did about 32 or 33. It averaged out to, for the past 9 years, holy crap, for the past 9 years we've averaged 25 conventions a year. So we've been to a lot of conventions. We did a lot of traveling, for sure. I'm really glad we got to stay home more this year, though. Like, YouTube's really changed our life. Just how many?
225.
So Randy says a rough estimate of 225 conventions. But no, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, but we don't get to really go and party or anything like that. So yeah, Mikio, we paid our van off. That's why this month's been a little tight, is because we paid the van off. So that was, yeah, Andy says they're very rare in England.
What are?
Conventions.
Oh, really?
I guess, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, that's, I watched Kamui cosplay stuff, and she said something very similar. And a lot of it, too, is, like, I feel very fortunate as an American that our country is so huge, like, continentally, and that everywhere basically speaks the same language.
It's so big.
It's so big and huge. So absolutely. But that I can drive 10 hours to Texas, and they're predominantly English speaking. The little bit of Spanish that I know still kind of translates over, but really we run into more of a Spanish speaking crowd here in Carthage than what we do in Texas. Just because this is a predominantly Hispanic town, and I love it. So I'm going as Gambit and Ducking Ninja Guard. Ah, that's cool, Andy.
No,
I live in England. I've never even heard of a convention here. Right on, Kirsty. But it's like, whereas Kamui Cosplay was talking about, you know, in Germany, you can drive 6 hours, but being a country, and it's like, if you don't know how to speak French or Italian or Spanish, then it's like, it's really difficult to, like, communicate and to, like, build communities across these language barriers. So I feel super fortunate that, as an American, there's not a whole lot of language barrier, though I am trying my best to learn Spanish because I don't like being ignorant, like, and I am so much. I took 3 years of Spanish in high school, and I'm like, I should be able to speak way better than this in Spanish by now.
Across your videos today, your yarn fur video was very helpful.
Oh, well, thanks, Crystal. I'm glad it was helpful to you. It's been a while since I brushed out some fur, so I think I'm going to tackle it again just to remind myself of how much I love/hate it. I love seeing your videos and streams where you work with leather. I'd love to see what you could do with project with a Viking outfit. Ooh, that'd be cool. Oh, really? Lara says there's a decent number of people in Western European countries who speak English as a common language as well. That's really cool, Lara. I didn't know that. Lara is like the most cultured person I know. So I trust her judgment and opinion on just about everything. There are conventions in London. There was a Comic-Con this year that my son went to. Right on. Hey, Donna. Mikio says I studied in Finland and they all spoke English. Right on. Again, ignorant. Hey, Vaughn. You've inspired me to start wire wrapping jewelry, and I'm so excited with how it turned out. Your cheerful and happy spirit makes your tutorials fun to watch. Well, thank you, Layla. said yes, here English is a second language. I'm so envious of that. Speaking a second language is just seems so common over there, whereas like over here people are like, it seems less common, at least for a lot of the towns I've lived in, at least as, I don't know, Podunk, America. They all speak better English than most Americans. Yep. And I've had some folks comment, they'll, English won't be their first language, and they'll be commenting and apologize for their English. And I'm like, I understand you better than I understand my texts. Like, right out. Well, back to work, everybody. We're on our last strip. And I'm just going to have this one kind of come in this way. Now, also, this was budgeted out for just one belt, but it still gives you guys the idea. Because I might just end up doing just the front panel of the belt. There we go. So it's all cut out. I'm going to grab my shears.
Oh, you're just shearing it off?
Yeah. This one stretches a bit too much for me to comfortably use with the box knife. Just turned in. What are you making today? I'm making one of these. I just spent $100 because when I watch your crafting, I get inspired and go in spending freeze. The spending frenzies. That's very easy to do, Sam. Okay, so here we have some heavy-duty leather shears. Careful, because they will cut flesh pretty easily. Getting this ribbon out the way.
What's a Comic-Con like? I've never been to one.
A Comic-Con or an anime convention, they're super cool. I really like the multi-fandom ones because they have a lot of different, fandoms, for you to choose from. So, like, different panels that you can go to, all different kinds of, dressing up. There's usually pretty well-stocked vendor rooms. Just, it's like a nerd trade show. It's just, and a lot of it, too, is what you make it. Do you go for the panels? Do you go for the room parties? Do you go for the dealer's room? Do you go for the tabletop gaming? Do you go... I already said that. But yeah, again, do you go for the panels? So it's just a matter of, going and making what it is. You can go with a group of your friends and just make memories with your friends. Or one of my favorite vloggers, Nicholas Barnett, here on YouTube, he goes to a lot of conventions just by himself to meet new people and to put himself out there and out of his kind of comfort zone. And
You're 122 subscribers away from your 50K mark.
Really?
That means you're going to have to update your rider.
Who said that?
Huh?
You said that? Or?
Yeah, I said that about the
Yeah,
the rider.
That's awesome. I wasn't really keeping an eye on it, but that's amazing that we're so close up to 50K. But I'm gonna have to update my rider again.
But another thing you can do at conventions is just watch the crowd.
People watching is amazing at conventions. Taking pictures of all the different costumes and cosplays and just watching people interact with each other. They're my favorite. They're my favorite group of people to nerd out with. So then, here, you can see how I have them sharing a line. I'm just going to cut this full line, and then I'm going to come in and do the cuts. Because I've found, at least with myself, excuse me, if I can keep as many straight, stable lines as possible, it makes my work look a lot cleaner.
Rebecca, she'll check Facebook once she's done live streaming.
I'll be checking Facebook when I get done live streaming, Rebecca. It's like going to a steak fair, people watching for hours and hours. but without stinky dumpsters with swarms of bees around them. Yeah. Well, not all conventions are created equal. Randy and I try to be kind of discriminating with the conventions that we associate ourselves with, because there are some conventions that
are in abandoned Pizza Huts.
Are in, abandoned malls and different things that we're like, we don't want people to remember us by, oh yeah, they were at that convention where such and such happened, and we're like, yeah.
Where the dead raccoon got a Twitter page.
Where the dead raccoon got its own Twitter. That dead raccoon is more famous than I probably will ever be in my entire life. Just saying. Life goals. When people are like, Sylvan, what's your goals as a career woman? I'm like, to be more famous than the Fandom Fest dead raccoon. Goals.
Or the foods have their own poltergeist.
Yeah. Poltergeist.
Alamo City Comic Con.
Which one?
Alamo City Comic Con.
Is that a good one?
I don't know. That's what they'd like to see us there.
Ooh, that'd be cool. We need to do a stream together. That'd be really cool, Bruce. Because I know I'm kind of scatterbrained and I feel bad for not promoting Kansas City better. But it's like, I don't know. It's going to be a group effort for sure. And this is where numbering them comes in so handy, because I already got everything out of order. But yeah, so I get to do this belt, doing it 50 times. 50 more times. Yay. Fortunately, Randy will be helping me. He's like, I will.
I said nothing.
You said nothing. I saw you slow look over at the camera. Okay, so now as we get up to, you can see here, possibly, how all the lines, the camera's really washing everything out. But I'm just going to kind of come through and just start cutting all the lines. Now this one, I am going to go ahead and use the box knife.
What got you started doing your own crafts and things?
The way we got started on our own crafts is, I actually have really severe metal allergies. So when Randy and I started dating, back in 2005, he would buy me jewelry, but I wouldn't necessarily be able to wear it. And so I would replace my own ear hooks, or I would put on my own clasp. We had 100,000 people in attendance at Alamo Comic Con last year, and big name guests. Ooh, David Tennant, super cool. Are you guys excited about Stranger Things coming out? Randy and I are rewatching through Stranger Things. Prepping. Randy he's a serious charmer. I still have some of the, he did some pieces of art to give me. This is not Highlander, lol.
Wait, what? I heard David Tennant.
So you just want to be careful whenever you're cutting something that has some stretch to it. I usually do it with my hand farther back. And then pull towards myself, and just be careful to stay on my guidelines. Because if you're pulling something towards you, it'll start to kind of like buckle and come up like that, and I don't want that. So ready, Lara says, so ready for Stranger Things too. It's me as well. We're rewatching through the first one. Season 1.
Like 2 episodes away.
2 episodes away from the end. I haven't even seen any of the previews though for Stranger Things 2, because I just want to be completely surprised. Nancy asked, did you study art in college? No, I went to online college for business management, and I wish I had gotten to go for art. And then just read some books on business management. So it's basically what online college was anyhow for me, was just a bunch of reading. I did not feel like I got a good, thorough college experience from University of Phoenix. But also, and this hails back to, we did a video on Are You an Artist? And that's something that, to me, art is not academic. Art is subject. It's, you know, what really speaks to me as an art might not speak to Randy, might not speak to you, might not, you know, so it's just, you can't have a teacher giving you a grade on something that's so subjective, because more often than not, people get stuck with these, like, oh, I'm trying to not say anything mean, but just teachers who stifle more than they inspire. And I think that's really sad, for you to pay a ton of money, because college is expensive, for a teacher who stifles your artistic flame as opposed to feeding it. Basically. So there's that.
What you making?
I am making an Amazonian gladiator belt for use in the Kansas City Comic-Con costume build that they're doing. Do you want to share the link, Randy? Where you pay $30 in addition to getting into the convention, and all of the tools and materials and instructions are provided, and you get to build your own costume over the course of 3 days. Friday is like a Q&A interactive demonstration. Saturday is all day building the outfit, and then Sunday is like a photo shoot and all sorts of different stuff. So I think, right, Bruce? You can feel free to chime in more. Bruce is actually one of the big organizing driving forces behind all of this. Bruce says, I was told I was not an artist. They told Randy the same thing, and that's what he makes a living at now. So it's just like, again, really filtering, because I don't like to paint with broad brushes, unlike some art teachers. So, do what, Randy? You laughing at me, or? I love that you think I'm funny. You're usually the one with all the good jokes, but I'm just saying, some teachers are bitch ass.
She's just saying, Sam.
But I really feel like the role of a teacher and as an instructor, like my role as an instructor, is Laura says that's you filtering, huh? Yeah. Well, you've heard me get mad. I could be yelling a lot of different things a lot louder. But my role as an instructor is to teach you the technical skills that I use. Not the way to do it, but a way of doing it for you to take and then implement, you know, to give you the tools and teach you how to use the tools to build your own art. So, but no, they don't do that. They're like, hey, that's not art. Anime is not art. And it's like, you're not art. And because with something so subjective as art as well, there's a lot of, you know, jealousy and insecurity and competitiveness that I think shouldn't be there at all. But, you know, meh. I didn't go to public school, and my dad is a professional artist, so I was never really told that. But I've heard so many stories and seen the results. I'm sorry some teachers are stupid idiots. Well, I know some friends of mine actually from school and who I've met on the convention circuit have become teachers, and they're really good teachers, and I'm proud to know that they're educating a new generation. And then there are other people that I know who've become teachers, and it's like, they'll let anybody be a teacher, apparently. So it's hit or miss with everything. People are people wherever you go. So that's enough of that, though. I want to stay positive today. So I've gotten all that, and so you can see now how I went through and just did all the straight lines for the strips. And now I'm going to come through and cut them off. And that way there's no risk of me overlapping and trimming over into the next little strip. And if you're making your own pattern for this, you can totally modify the shape. You could give it a rounded end. You could give it less of a taper, more of a taper. Like just, I mean, whatever you feel inspired to do. And again, so far, a lot of this could be done in foam, but I wouldn't want to sit in it, and I wouldn't want to wear the belt too tight because there would be risk of it like ripping out. And this, of course, a lot of my costuming comes from the perspective of a plus size woman, where everything's gonna get pressure on it whenever I bend over or whenever I sit down. Whereas my friend Lauren is quite petite and doesn't have a lot of those same issues come up in her costuming. Like, she's basically the same size when she sits down as whenever she's posed, as whenever she's... So she doesn't really have to worry about it. But,
I just tweeted my 35,000 followers to subscribe to you on YouTube. Hope it helps. This is my first live chat with you. I'm silly in love with your work.
Wow, who said that?
So dear to my heart.
Well, thank you so much, so dear. That's super, super generous. I'm trying to find where they said it. Manon asks, do you guys have a checklist when you pack up the van for a show? No. We probably should, but we don't. Oh, Mikio said we need more Vons in the world. Kristen says, I graduated in the certificate patent access rep certificate. Right on.
Slightly before that.
Okay, looking. Before the public school post?
No.
I'm trying to find it. I can't find it.
Right after Bruce, right before Rhea.
I don't see it.
Okay, well, I can screenshot it over here if you don't.
Sure, but no, I was just trying to. It makes me sad when I'm working that I don't get to like be as involved with the chat. Turkey, jerky.
Ethereal Wolf Studios, it's 5:44, Valentine.
Hey, Ethereal. No, I've got until 6:20. So that's whenever Randy's going to be like, okay, babe, time for work. We got to go babysit.
We got the clothes on and go babysit.
I'm not done. I'm changing shoes. So that's all I'm doing.
What kind of jewelry do you like to wear? I made a necklace that I want to send to you. I keep it relatively simple because I don't know if you like more complicated or simple.
Right on. More often than not, I honestly hang the necklaces that get sent to me as sun catchers so I can see them. Because when I'm wearing it, I don't really get to see it. But I've got quite a few pieces hanging over in the window over here so I can see it. Oh, Nicole said it. What kind of jewelry do you like to wear? Right on. So dear said you wanted to read. Ah, okay. Big orange with the letters Saturday. What? Only one Vaughn. That's what makes her special. No, there's a lot of y'all are kindred spirits to me. The same generosity, the same, like, y'all inspire me to be more, to be better, to be, as much as I can be, really, I guess. But I was thinking about, especially with some of, for those of y'all who follow me in this, a bit, there was a lot of negativity last week with, stuff going on with some of the different changes that we were making to Patreon, and different things. So, and I've finally gotten over it. People accusing me of being greedy and selfish and, a lot of different things. But it's like, a lot of times, sometimes we're faced with opportunities where the worst in other people, in other people can bring out the worst in us. But each of those instances is an opportunity for the worst in them to bring out the best in us. So, and it's like, to just kind of choose to go the other way with it. I guess it would be turning the other cheek and stuff, but it's, Crystal says, this might come out wrong, but if you're interested, you could drink some water with apple cider vinegar and cinnamon before bed. It boosts your metabolism. Though I think you're awesome just the way you are. Well, thank you, Crystal. And I am on a little bit of a health journey, trying to get to a healthier me, because I'm not worried about my size so much as I'm not diabetic. I don't have any problems. I don't have stuff, and I'd like to stay this way. Or healthy, and to be just as healthy as possible. But I'm not even gonna get into naming names or anything like that. Like, I'm not the type to vague book post. I'm not the type to be passive aggressive towards someone. But they're not even worth the time. So, but I figure they must have something going on in their life. But it's anyways. So it's really just like I'm watching my calories and going on walks. We walk almost 2 miles a night now, and I'm feeling a lot stronger. We've moved our mile up from like 30-minute mile to now our last one was a 20-minute mile. So we've actually shaved like 10 minutes off of our mile just in the past like week, well 2 weeks. So that's really exciting. But you can't manage what you don't measure. So I started keeping track of my calories and keeping track of my steps per day because I wear a pedometer on my waistband now. And yeah, whenever I don't accidentally reset it during cuddle breaks. All data indicates towards I eat too much and sit on my butt all day. So I don't have a metabolism problem. I just eat a bunch of garbage. And but oh man, I hate the way apple cider vinegar tastes though. Yeah, no, it's not a YouTube. I'm not even. It's in the past, guys. We're not gonna worry about that. Those people, because it wasn't even just one person. There was a small wave of jackassery that ensued, and I don't know if it was people who were actually genuinely upset or anything. So it was probably just trolls. But it got to me is the thing. On the last 2 strips. Do what?
Have you released that video?
I have not. I need to. I was going to release it this week. But it's Tuesday and it hasn't happened yet, so we'll get there. It'll probably come out on Friday. Because we'll be live streaming on Thursday again.
Yeah.
Because that's something, if anything, we can get this done in this video. I shouldn't have to work on this on Thursday, too. But, so, I realize a lot of people do try to be, like, respectful with addressing my weight. Haters gonna hate because Aaron is awesome. Oh, that's really sweet. Linda says, what, they think you should be a non-profit? I don't know, but that's how the last couple of months looked. So, if you hold your nose while drinking the ACV and close your mouth before letting it out of your nose, it doesn't taste as bad. Right on, Don. Honestly, I could probably benefit from it, but I'll try it out. I just don't think I'm going to drink the gallon jug of it that we've been using to clean the bathroom. So I'll need to get some, like a different bottle, because that one's about 6 years old. Actually make special drinks where it's mixed into other stuff and doesn't taste so strong. Right on. Quack, quack to the negativity out there. I don't like it either, right? Okay. Do I have one? Was that the last piece? Last piece! No way that was the last piece. Huh, well, bitchin' will get you through the day. I cut out the last piece without even realizing it. I was so wrapped up in... Crystal says, LOL, I'm trying to lose my mama belly. And see, and that's the thing is, Randy really likes the way that I'm shaped. And I can't argue with, he likes it. He's the one that's looking at me. So it's, that works. But I want to stay healthy, and keep being I love my life. I love getting to craft with you guys and getting to travel and getting to do everything that we're doing. And my dad was 48 when he died. He had his first stroke when he was like 24 or 26, diabetes related, like blood sugar related. And it was like, I miss my dad. I don't want, like Lara, my best friend, I don't want her to miss me. I want us to get to be old ladies together, and I'll just I want us to sit there, a couple of wrinkled old prunes, taking our teeth out and making silly faces and stuff. It was very young, and I didn't realize how young 48 is until now. I'm like, I have friends who are older than 48 who do not seem like old parents to me. Because, whenever you're 13, everyone's old. 30's old, Right, and Sam says my hubby was 48. I feel you, and it's that's too young to go. And that he spent probably the last 10 years of his life in that process of kidney failure, of, do you get your legs amputated? Do you not? He was in a wheelchair the last 10 years of his life. And I'm like, I'm at a point where I can prevent this. And fortunately, so much fortunately, and this is a huge thanks to you guys here on YouTube, to all of our patrons. You're my Amber kitty. Amber. She's like, what? Why are you talking to me? I gotta go poop. That y'all have enabled us to be able to stay home more. We don't have to do 30 shows a year anymore. We can't. Y'all keep us busy. For everybody who buys stuff from us on Etsy, everything, you guys are making it possible for Randy and I to live in a state beyond just the same level of poverty that we had kind of, like that hand to mouth that we were at for the past decade. I can afford to go out and buy salad stuff. I don't have to just rely on what I can grow. And so it's like, thank you guys so much for helping us so much. So I am going to take one more opportunity of shameless self-promotion to promote the Kansas City Comic-Con. So, Mikio says, you're richer in other ways, Vaughn. And I agree with that. We're very blessed, but it's like, I'll be damned if I can't keep my bills paid, and y'all are making it possible for us to do that. Lara says, we also all see the work you put in. You earned every cent. Well, thank you, Lara. Oh, Lara, you're such a stinker. What caterpillars in your garden? Don't let the animals get them. They're poisonous. Make them very sick. Just found that out. Right on. We just have, like, Japanese beetle grubs and stuff in the yard. Right. But yeah, so Randy shared the link, you guys. Be sure to check out Kansas City Comic-Con. Maybe share it with your friends. Kate says, where are you going for supper? We're going to get fed kielbasa and potatoes by my friend Izzy. She's 14 and a very good cook when she's not blowing things up.
Once.
Once is enough, Randy, okay? But, thank you, Penny. And I'll be checking the phone while we're hanging out over there at their house while I get dinner cooked for me. Look, I'm fancy. I'm going to bring a salad over, though. Sounds like someone worth knowing, right? She's a super cool kid. Like, which again, though, and it drives it home so much. It's like I'm hanging out with Izzy and I'm like, you're the age that I was when my dad died. Or it's like, to see how young she is, and I'm like, oh, God, like perspective. That nobody tells you about whenever you become like an adult or a grown up, how much perspective that's gonna. And I'm not even 30 yet. I'm like, oh, what's it gonna be like when I'm like 60 and looking at 30-year-olds and being like, you're a baby, like, or something, Yeah, Bruce says Yvonne is a lead builder / teacher at Kansas City Comic-Con. Yeah, so, Bruce is on point. Sign up for Kansas City Comic-Con. I'll stop talking about my dead parent. So, I'll try not to think about it. Well, Cedar, I feel like I want to honor his memory every day for instilling in me a love of Star Trek. I'm rewatching through Star Trek Voyager for the first time as an adult and remembering watching it with my dad. And it's like, I'm blessed to be able to have the opportunity to feel the sorrow of missing them. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's like, I'm so emo though. I'm like, I'm so sad. It's awesome. No, it's not, but it's like, I'm very happy to get to remember him. Oh, well, thanks, Penny. But yeah, I'm going to finish my cold coffee. Who needs iced coffee when you have, just turn the heater off. Right on, Kate. So, we'll see everybody around. Go to Kansas City Comic-Con.
As far as Nicole's answer,
Uh-huh.
I think we have a schedule for next year. I just don't know where it is.
I haven't found my schedule I found it for like 5 minutes and then lost it again for the, we were connected ST forever. But I found our schedule for last year. I'll be posting an updated schedule. Bye for realsies. Bye Samantha. Bye Bruce. Bye Mikio. Bye Kirsty. Keep saying bye, everybody. I'll say bye if I see your name. Bye Camille. Oh, he just came in. Bye Shelly. Bye Rhea. Bye Sheila. Bye Cedar. Bye Jessica. Bye Kelly. Bye. Everybody check out Kansas City Comic-Con. Bye Laura. Mwah, mwah. Bye everybody.